Oh, look at this. So Fester just walked in. Froggy has walked in the studio, and they are surprised. They were shocked, I say, to see a special guest sitting right there in Roxanne's seat where Roxanne would typically sit. But Roxanne is not here. Roxanne was out yesterday. She's out again today. And sitting in Roxanne's chair, I wonder if she's going to put Roxanne's little vanity TV light up?
We might. Just in honor of Roxanne.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special guest in the studio for this Friday edition of the MJ Morning Show.
Legally blind Mike, legally blind Mike. Say Mikey Crash, say Mikey Crash.
Yeah, Mike, you don't have any headphones over there. Can you hear what's going on through anyone? Fester, where are your headphones?
Oh, I have my headphones. And
why are you not wearing your headphones?
Because I just walked in.
I realize that.
No, I just walked in.
I know you just walked in. I can see that. I'm not legally blind Mike.
No. I just got here. I keep my headphones in the office.
Oh, so you don't even have your headphones in the studio?
Yeah, I have on my phone, I have a 2-minute.
When you cough, can you turn your mic off?
No, I can't reach the mic off button.
Your mic off, but this studio sucks so bad. Oh, my God. You can't even reach your mic off button.
No. So,
I got a back scratcher you could use whenever you want to.
Yeah, I need like a yardstick with a finger on it.
No, you need the trash picker-upper device. You know when you see the
when
you see the road crews on the side of the road picking up trash? You know,
I got a couple of those.
Like the prisoners out of the county jail?
Yes,
like that. That's what you need. You need one of those little pickup trash sticks to be able to whack the microphone on and off button.
So I have my headphones and a pair of headphones that I expensed to the company for special guests.
Right. And did they pay you? Because we're not supposed to spend even like money for like trash bags around here.
I got a workaround on that, by the way.
Oh, you did? So you got paid for them?
Yeah, I got paid.
Fantastic.
So anyway,
these are the guest headphones.
Yes, the guest headphones.
Fantastic. So Legally Blind Mike's going to join us. Hey, LBM, let's see if your microphone works.
Good morning.
How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, buddy. How about yourself? It's been a while.
It has been a while. So Legally Blind Mike, remember when I invited people to meet me for lunch?
Yes.
So I had lunch scheduled with Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duo. He called me, hey, let's go to lunch. So that was supposed to be on Wednesday, and then Andrew had to cancel because something came up, and he's going to reschedule with me. He just sent me a text, hey, what days next week work? So I'll hook up with Andrew Duncan sometime next week from the Duncan Duo. In the meantime, I said, you know what? I really kind of jonesing for that Colony Grill little thin crust bar pie. That's where I was supposed to meet Andrew Duncan for lunch. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go anyway. So, hey, any listeners that want to meet me for lunch since my lunch appointment canceled, my meeting canceled, just meet me for lunch. And we had, 5 people showed up to meet me for lunch. And then I had like dozens of other ones. Oh, man, I wish I had more notice. Or folks that were listening to the podcast later, and they said, oh, man, I just found out about lunch. I would have been there. I would have had like 25 people there, maybe 30 people if, folks had more warning, more time, because, some people had to come from a little bit of a distance, whatever, needed to take off work a little earlier. Anyway, so Legally Blind Mike shows up. He's there. He took an Uber or Lyft to Midtown in Tampa, and I walk in, and I got listeners waiting for me, and then there's Legally Blind Mike, and then, of course, Legally Blind Mike just invited himself into the studio today.
Nice.
So here he is, and it's great to have him.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so
what's
much.
new, LBM?
Nothing much. You know how it goes. Take it one day at a time.
All right, and you're a pilot now for Southwest, is that correct?
Spirit.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Actually, Spirit.
Oh, I'm sorry, what airline is it? Spirit?
Yep.
Spirit.
I was thinking about starting my own, value brand, We Crash Jet or something.
You been intubated lately?
No,
Okay.
but maybe we can work on that.
Okay. Let's just intubate Mike on the MJ Moore. Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Remember he wanted
Yeah,
he wanted to be
During
intubated?
COVID.
Well, that's right.
The most insane thing I've ever heard.
When we first came back to Q105, this is October of 2020, in the middle of COVID, we relaunched the MJ Morning Show, and that's right, Legally Blind Mike said he wanted to be intubated,
Yes.
like he was some kind of a really bad COVID case. I'm like, no, you don't. You want to be on a respirator and be intubated as a morning show bit. I'm like, I'm not turning this
It's a
into
good bit.
what's the matter with you? It's not funny. That's not funny at all.
I mean, kind of.
Anyway, Legally Blind Mike's in the house. Hey, did you see the report that's out on the Rays shortstop on Wander Franco? That he may never play again now. There's a report that the investigation might be turning up some things that are a wee bit uncomfortable. We'll get into this in much more depth later on, but, man, we got a lot of local crap brewing. Also, did you see the St. Pete Police press conference with the whole sextortion deal?
I missed the whole thing.
Well, of course, you guys are missing everything these days. Anyway, so we'll get into that coming up in just a bit. But Wander Franco, listen to this. Wander Franco's career might be over. I mean, I'm talking absolutely. I just have to play the sound effects. I don't even need to say it could be over. I just need to say that Wander Franco's baseball career. Ooh, could be done. They got to be busted in the front office over at the Rays.
Absolutely.
Ooh, wow. A source close to the investigation of Franco's alleged inappropriate relationships, not one, but allegedly two, with underage women, told Z101 digital reporter Hector Gomez that the Rays shortstop is, quote, very unlikely to play in Major League Baseball ever again.
Is his contract void now?
Well, it looks like it could be headed in that direction because there's all kinds of morality clauses and that. Yeah, a person very close to the investigations into the case of Wander Franco says it'll be very unlikely that Wander Franco will play in Major League Baseball again, judging by the results of the investigations that are currently being carried out, which directly commit him to the accusations against him. That's what Gomez wrote on Twitter, or whatever the hell they're calling it now.
Now, none of the investigations are final yet, right? Is this a little speculation?
No, it's
Sounds like it's getting pretty serious.
This person is claiming inside knowledge into the investigations. No, dude, I just said this is somebody with a source close to the investigation. Yeah, of course it's not final. Never said it was final. This is just sources close to the investigation. But, you look at the deal that this Dominican player that he signed, and he signed in 2021 a $182 million deal over 11 years. Then there's then in 2033, there's another contract that was possible for another 200 and something. I mean, it's just enormous, massive money. 22 years old. And this whole thing could be flushed down the toilet. Damn. So we'll get into that in a little greater detail later on, probably during the long, uninterrupted chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, Froggy, for the early crowd, I'd like to address the easy, cheesy, peasy.
I'm not talking about it. You pissed me off yesterday.
I pissed you off yesterday.
And Hal.
Hal's not coming back.
Oh, Hal's done?
Yeah.
Hal's never coming back to the Hal Herman.
People are not happy about it, but you know what? You get what you deserve.
Yeah. So for the early crowd, if you missed I think somewhat game show debacle yesterday.
People loved it. I got nothing but I must have got 3 emails saying I love it.
We had callers playing the contest that said this was too easy.
Listen, it being easy and it being fun are two different
Hold
things.
on.
It was both.
Hang on. All right. If you missed what happened yesterday, why Froggy's passed, why his character, Hal Herman, apparently is never coming back.
We went on a bender last night because of you.
Great. All right. So we'll explain it all next on the MJ Morning Show Q105.
Couple problems watching early to.
MJ and a crew at 6:21. And Froggy is ticked off, and he's threatening to never bring his Hal Herman character back because I complained about how easy his latest game show attempt was. And I almost actually aborted it just a few. I almost had an abortion.
Yeah, what a negative Nelly.
Almost had an abortion here on the MJ Morning Show yesterday. I almost aborted the bit like after the first two because I'm sorry, it was Froggy. It was too easy. It didn't like stack up to the previous games, like with the songs being backward or even 8-Bit Hit, which is easier than some of the other ones. But with 8-Hit Bit, you had songs that were somewhat recognizable, but they were done with that chintzy kind of old-fashioned Atari video game music called like it's an 8-bit, like that really cheesy do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, that kind of stuff. So that is a little challenging to a certain extent, but playing really well-played riffs of really well-known songs, there's no... Hold on, Fester, why do you have a look on your face? You've got a sourpuss look.
I'm letting you get your whole argument out because you could not be more wrong in more ways.
That's
I don't know
right.
that I've ever seen you this wrong about anything.
I am
ever.
not.
He's jealous because he couldn't come up with it.
You're missing the forest for the trees. You're looking at trees when
That's
you're
right.
missing the big picture. You know
Great.
what? MJ,
I
listen,
got Fester who's a park
Thank you,
ranger
Fester.
now with the
Listen.
Forest Service.
Thank you so much.
It's great.
only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can prevent lousy radio bits.
Listen, first of all,
Only you can prevent really lousy radio. Only you can cut off Hal Herman at the knees.
So for the rest of the show,
What?
I will point out everything that I think you're doing that's cheesy.
Really?
Yes, I'm on cheese alert.
yes,
And I'll let you know.
MJ.
You better not talk about rice on Instagram because that'll be cheesy.
Listen, okay,
Whatever.
I'll give you. It was an easy contest. It was an easy game. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And listeners all had a lot of fun. Everybody who heard it enjoyed it.
How do you know that everyone heard it, enjoyed
Okay,
it?
let's get people calling in.
I was pissed. I shut this off. Froggy's playing too easy a song.
All right, for the early crowd, the reason why I'm doing this now is because a lot of folks that are listening here at 6:24 on a Friday morning might not have heard what transpired. So Froggy says, hey, I want to do a new bit. Hey, Hal Herman. I'm going to bring in Hal Herman, and Hal's going to do a brand new game show. And what was the name of the damn thing?
Riff it or whiff it, I believe.
Riff it or whiff it.
Apparently
So
it was a big whiff.
identify the riff. But they were well played. You found some guitar dude on YouTube that
Hal played it. Don't
Would you
ruin the bit.
get out of here? All right, you found these on YouTube, and it's some like really good guitar player
Yeah, really talented guy.
who just, what is it, like a 10-minute video where he just goes like riff after riff after riff after riff. Is that it?
No.
What is it?
Hal played it.
When you
You can see the video.
when you drop the freaking act.
Maybe it's what you said.
All right.
Possibly.
So here's the deal. Froggy says, hey, just trust me. I called it the omakase radio bit yesterday because omakase, when it comes to like sushi,
Oh, yeah.
omakase in Japanese roughly translates into just trust me, that when you go to an omakase.
Cheesy.
I mean,
Cheese alert.
I mean, we're
Cheese alert. We're talking about
Get
omakase.
your hands off my buzzer button, will you please?
when we're starting to talk about Japanese language and Froggy's awful bit.
We take calls for this new game show, and then Froggy plays these riffs, not on the guitar, pushes the button on the computer system to crank out things like this. Oh my God, what song could that be?
LBM, do you know?
I don't know. Is it Glory Days?
Yes, it's
Son of a bitch, LBM. What a way to go with the flow.
Yes,
God.
if you're just tuning in, Legally Blind Mike is in the studio. So these are the easiest damn things.
Give LBM another one. I bet
hold
you
on.
can't get another
Let
one.
me play Glory Days again. Listen. All right, obviously that's not the original recording that Bruce Springsteen. Did I say did he die?
Bruce?
Oh, I'm sorry. He canceled 2 shows because he was sick.
He's on his way to dying.
All right.
No, hang on, no, seriously.
Still have Syl.
Yeah, hold on. I have it in my pile over here. Bruce Springsteen has taken ill, postponed 2 concerts with the E Street Band. You know who's really taken ill? Clarence Clemens, the guy that used to play saxophone in the E Street Band.
I'm ill. I can't sing about New Jersey.
Yeah. So Springsteen took some time off. A message posted on his social media on Wednesday said that he had taken ill, and he canceled 2 concerts. The Boss concerts at the Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia on Wednesday and Friday.
That's
Boss is sick.
So it was Wednesday and tonight. Those shows canceled
Those are big arenas.
because Bruce Springsteen apparently is intubated.
Wow.
No, I don't know. all it says is taken ill. That sounds like 1930s. Oh boy, or he's got the smallpox. He's taken ill, or just
How's Bruce? I heard he taken ill.
he's taken ill. Yep. So do we know why what happened? So anyway, speaking of the Boss, but the point is, let me go back to the riff. This is clearly. Clearly, that's not the original recording. However, it is so close and it is so good. How do you not know what that is? All right. Then, here's another one. Then identify this famous riff. All right. This is not Prince, but it's this really good guitar guy on YouTube playing this riff. And of course, it's Purple Freaking Rain. So this contest was just too easy. Froggy and Hal Herman built this thing up like, oh man, this is great. And there was no skill needed. It was just play the song and do you know the song? Okay. How about this one? Of course, it's Eye of the Tiger.
Okay.
Here's a tough one.
It was so bad that you're playing again.
No, I'm chastising you. I'm trying to let the early audience know.
Let me chastise me.
Getting off to a great start today, isn't it?
Pile drive you, dude.
Oh, hang on a sec. What song is this riff? Hey, give me some Hal Herman.
No, I'm not.
Give me some Hal Herman.
No. I'll give you Louis Anderson.
No, I don't want to.
Hal's not here
I'll give you Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, thanks. All
I'll
right.
give you Al Pacino.
Yeah, all right. Oh my God! What
LBM? What is that?
What song could this possibly be?
Isn't that the
What?
riff they use on the Capital One commercial?
There is a Capital One commercial, LBM. Yeah, right with it. No, it's Geico. No, there's a commercial where they bring Slash in to try out for a guitar position or something, and he whips into this riff. Yeah, what? Anyway, listen, Froggy, most of the bits that you and Hal Herman do are pretty good, but that was just too easy, and I was going to actually abort the takeoff.
All right.
Even after V1.
And I don't know what you're so pissed
Just
off
go
about.
right through the end of the runway barricades and the fence. And
When I told him about it the day before, he was like...
Into a gas station in Burbank. Yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Whatever, man. You know, I appreciate your support, Fester.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, hang on. What could this possibly be?
That's hard.
Oh, my God. God, what? Yeah, I'll tell you what. Why don't you pitch this concept to, Fox for a new game show?
It's called Name That Tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah, but they do, one little...
Maybe in hindsight, we should have played 2, 5, and 10-second clips.
We did that already, the Hal Herman hurdle.
That's a whole different concept here. Anyway, folks, so that's what the controversy...
Always naysaying.
That was the controversy on the show yesterday. That's why Froggy melted down yesterday. That's why he says that Hal Herman is never coming back. All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show Friday morning. Thanks for being an early listener here on the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, early morons in the news. Oh, I'm excited. Good pile of idiots later in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. So hang on. Morons in the news next. Hey, air conditioning is a... 6:40 at the MJ Morning Show. All right. Before I get to early morons in the news, Fester is telling me about all these texts that are coming into his private cell phone, which is no secret because Froggy's given it out 4,000 times on the show. And you received several texts regarding my criticism of the Hal Herman bit yesterday.
I mean,
Really?
And listen, I'll take my lumps. I've got no problem. If people want to criticize me, I'm not one of these individuals, oh, I can never look bad, or, oh, you can't say anything bad about me. Yeah, no one can poke me. I can only do the poking. No, I'm not like that. So, fine, Fester, go ahead and read some of the texts that came in about my critique and criticism of Froggy's Hal Herman bit yesterday with the easiest guitar riffs in the world. Go on, share some before I get to early morons in the news.
Okay. Jesus Christ. MJ sucks the life out of everything.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
What?
Okay?
What?
That's one?
Okay, that's one.
All right.
Such a hater. I wish he would just go stuff his fat ass with sushi-grade rice and obscure pizza.
Ooh, you see? You're turning heel.
See, I don't run from
You're
criticism.
making a heel turn.
Give me. I'm an open book. I don't give me some criticism.
Another texter?
Give me another one.
Says, I didn't get any of them right, so the songs were hard for me.
Ooh, how about that?
Wait a second.
MJ?
I didn't get any of them right. What? Hold on a minute. How the hell do you not get this right?
I'm just telling
How do you not know that this is a sweet child of mine?
Some people aren't
All right,
music people.
How do you not know? Ow! How do you not know that that's I Love Rock and Roll
So
from Joan Jett?
I continue. I, for one, enjoyed Hal Herman more than I enjoy hearing MJ complain about it.
Oh. Well, you're not going to hear Hal Herman anymore.
Ever again.
Froggy's threatened to pull it.
I just emailed MJ. He misses the whole point.
Yes.
And now that we are talking about it, I'm getting other texts. Some guy just...
You're getting other texts at what number, Froggy?
Oh, 813-310-8444.
Okay, I'm not getting a bunch of texts. I'm getting one guy texting me a bunch of times, writing profanity about what you can do, which is just mean.
Wait a minute,
That's just
but the other
mean-spirited.
ones you read were different people, right?
Different people. I got 5 or 6 different texts, and then one guy's blowing me up.
Now some guy's just cursing at me.
Well, thank you for the support.
The guy
everybody.
who didn't get any of them just wrote back, I thought the Joan Jett one was John Cougar Mellencamp.
What? All right, hang on a sec. Well, how about this one? Here's a riff from yesterday in the terrible contest. Hey, sir, listen to this one. What song was this? Oh, that's clearly Rapper's Delight.
Yes, definitely. I hear it. Hip hop, hip it to the
Hip the hop. Don't stop the rock to the bang bang. You ever go over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? Oh, jeez. All right. Thank you for the text, everybody.
Hal appreciates the support.
So, and Hal got totally wasted and drunk, and he fell off the wagon yesterday. Is that the deal?
He's been off for a month, but
Yeah.
yesterday he went hard.
All right. Speaking of falling off the wagon, hey, I'd like to commend the phenomenal security they have at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Did you see that 2 drunk Americans were found sleeping it off? Do they not do like a security sweep at the end of the day when they close the tower down?
I mean, they just look at it like, hey, it looks okay from here.
Yeah, I had this item yesterday. I just didn't get around to it, but better late than never. 2 drunk American tourists were found sleeping inside the Eiffel Tower this week. After apparently kind of a rough night out, security guards were making their rounds in the morning. Before the landmark opened up at 9 a.m., when the security guards saw 2 Americans drunk sleeping it off between, I guess, the 2nd and 3rd floors of the staircase, going up. You can take the elevators up or you can walk.
Oh, they slept on like a landing or something?
They were found in an area normally closed to the public between the tower's 2nd and 3rd levels. What kind of security? They were found. Great. That's some good security. They were found in the morning when the sun was up, just before the tower was set to open at 9 a.m. That's some mighty fine security you have there, Pierre.
Well, security from the night before did not see these 2 Americans. They're sleeping on the floor.
Wow, that's good.
Merci.
Maybe they want some escargot for breakfast,
Oui.
or a croissant.
I have some right here in my pocket.
A croissant. Yeah, I'd like to say that the security at the Eiffel Tower apparently is not that good. What else? Oh, they're not going to be charged. Yeah, they were found in this area, normally closed to the public, blah, blah, blah. The men appeared to have gotten stuck because of how drunk they were. Prosecutors told the news agency AFP, which is the Agence France Presse.
You will be in the Jacques Friage.
Police source said that the visitors had bought entry tickets to the monument around 10:40 p.m. So one of the later, because I think they close it down around 11 or midnight. And then they jumped security barriers when climbing down the stairs from the platform, and they were discovered in the morning. I'm guessing they should probably step up their security at the Eiffel Tower.
I mean, just check the staircase. Just check it.
Yeah. All right, this guy's a dope. Let's come closer to home here. Let's talk about this idiot. You got a guy wanted in Georgia. He's been arrested for applying for a job in Arkansas. Guess what job he applied for? So he's wanted in Georgia. He applies for a job in Arkansas, and they arrest him. Guess what job this guy applied for?
I only think there's one job in Arkansas, and it's like the greeter at Walmart, right?
No, listen.
Doesn't everybody in Arkansas work for Walmart?
No. Police in Arkansas say a man was applying for a job for a police officer. Turns out he had warrants out for his arrest in Georgia. So this dude has warrants out for his arrest and doesn't think that's going to show up when they do a background check on him.
I'm actually surprised the state of Arkansas has that sophisticated technology to run a national background check.
According,
What do you think it is like in Arkansas?
I'm going to check your record from this crick to that crick.
all right, we
Yep,
stop.
you're fine.
Authorities say the 24-year-old fugitive came to Arkansas to verify details for the physical fitness test. What about like the academy? Do you get hired by police in Arkansas without going to some police academy?
Academy? What's that?
Yeah, with Too Tall Jones and the guy that makes all the mouth noises.
Yeah, Michael Winslow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Tackleberry.
It was Bub. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Bubba Smith.
Bubba Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bubba
It
Smith.
wasn't Too Tall Jones.
It wasn't
All right, I'm sorry. After police further investigated this guy's history, his name is Carter, Justin C. Carter. They found his real identity and nationwide warrant out for his arrest from Georgia. The next day, Carter met police at the Monticello High School track to perform the physical test. What about the police academy? Did he have any credentials showing that he graduated from a police academy or had prior experience at another agency? No.
I
You
think
don't
you
need
have to
that.
be able to pass the physical test to get into the academy.
Yeah, the officers allowed Carter to perform the physical fitness test and then took him into custody right after he completed the test. Oh, that was good. You're physically fit. Oh, we got good news and bad news. All right, good news is, you passed the physical fitness test.
Fantastic.
Bad news is you got warrants out of Georgia, you moron. You're under arrest, you jackwagon. Yeah, cops said that he was wanted over a probation violation, and they're going to extradite him to Georgia. So he's awaiting transport back to the Peachtree State.
I think it's just the peach state.
Yeah. The Peach Tree.
I think it's the peach state.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I don't think
yeah.
it's the peach tree state. Like, Florida's not the orange tree state.
What a dope. Now, that's why we call it morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, I have some additional morons that I'll probably sprinkle and scatter throughout the MJ Morning Show today. When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a warning. I have a very, very serious warning about meeting somebody to sell something from like Facebook Marketplace. It could be any online. You got to be ultra careful when you want to meet somebody for some kind of a transaction from online. Wait till you hear this story. Hold on. That is next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Want to talk about your money for a second here. Your money is... 7:02 here on a Friday morning. It is Fester, Froggy, myself, MJ. There is no Roxanne today. She is taking off today as well as yesterday. And, well, we frankly have a very attractive substitute in the studio today, Legally Blind Mike.
I don't know if I'd consider myself attractive,
Well,
but
we
okay,
do.
we'll go. Oh, okay.
I think you're
Go
beautiful.
with it.
I think
Folks,
you're beautiful, Fester.
If you remember from years ago, Legally Blind Mike from the MJ Morning Show with such great stunts as Legally Blind Mike driving a car through a fruit stand, right? Wasn't that Legally Blind Mike?
That was the first stunt that I ever did.
That was it, literally. And now, can you describe your legally blindness? Is this something you've always had? Has it gotten worse? Has it gotten better? What's the story?
They've managed to stabilize it. I was born with congenital glaucoma
Right.
and cataracts,
Yep.
and they removed those. And then my mom, I guess, noticed that every time she would take me out, I would turn. I didn't want to look into the sunlight. And
Right.
so she took me to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of ugliness here." So
Gotcha.
Well,
how
that
it all
was,
got
just
started.
that was just your face.
that too.
Legally blind Mike, legally blind Mike. Say Mikey Crash, say Mikey Crash.
Now, Mike, quickly, before I get into the whole Facebook Marketplace warning story, can you quickly, and I don't have a lot of time here, but
Okay.
can you quickly list as many bits that we've had you do over the years? Can you list? So we had you drive through a fruit stand. Remember, we had some carpenter build like a roadside fruit stand.
Yeah.
Then we got boxes of produce, and we had Legally Blind Mike drive through the fruit stand like an episode of Chips or something, right?
And then MJ, how about when Fear Factor was popular, they put me in the box and covered me with rats. And
Yeah.
if you remember,
Oh, that's right.
one of the rats, when they left, they forgot to grab one of them, and the midday girl that did her air shift, I guess, ran into the rat in the studio and freaked out.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. All right. What are the bits? So
I'm trying to think.
You were on a,
So we
I've been
maced.
sprayed in the face with pepper spray.
He came
Oh,
to us
you know what?
one day.
Right in his eyes.
yeah, we've got to do that again, but let's go with like a new high-powered bear spray.
No, it was bear spray.
You know what I
No,
want, MJ?
no.
If we can get, if we have some of our law enforcement, I'd like to be rigged up and tased, but not like shot with the prong, but where they put the belt on you.
No,
And they attach the-
well, that's like they put those on like in court. If you have an unruly defendant and they're in court, there are cases where we've heard about this where the defendant is a rambunctious, bad person, and they have that shock belt on. I don't know if agencies still use this, but I remember we talked about this some years ago where like the court bailiffs they put a shock belt on you. So if a defendant who's on trial in court gets out of hand, they can hit a button like a remote control, like a garage door opener button, and take them down to neutralize them in court. So I don't know. I haven't heard about those being used in a while, but I know that the technology was out there. No, dude, if you're going to get tased, we just have to, you got to be tased with the harpoon tasers where the spikes go right into you, man.
There's only one way to
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
My favorite thing you ever did, LBM, is still lives on YouTube under MJ Morning Show, LBM audition tape.
Yes.
The
Oh, yeah,
cooking
for the
show.
the home shopping network. Yeah.
Home shopping.
When he chops off his
So there was a
finger.
report that Home Shopping was looking for
New hosts. Right.
new presenters.
Yeah.
And we're like, LBM, let's make a video.
you did an audition video. That's right.
It's on YouTube. Bring it up. It's hilarious.
I gotta find it.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I ought to try to get a hold of Sheriff Chronister, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Have you seen that device that they've been using for a while, but they apparently are ordering a whole bunch more? Have you seen the device where it binds your hands and legs? They at a distance, they can fire this device, and it'll just wrap your hands up like you're being like bound with rope, or
It shoots a straight string at you, then it wraps around you, and then
like
hits you.
Batman would have.
It's seriously, it's like something out of Batman that he pulled off his utility belt, and they can bind your ankles together. That's what we ought to do. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that.
Are you going to find this, Fester, or what?
I'm trying.
MJ Morning Show.
You're not
LBM.
trying. Your hands are nowhere the keyboard searching. What do you mean you're
now
trying?
I'm thinking about the other thing we're talking about.
well-
MJ Morning Show.
LBM, and it's like the second thing that pops up.
LBM.
You look so young in it, LBM.
It was the home. Oh, that right there. Oh, right there. Right. MJ Morning Show. Oh, this is great. Listen to this. Hold on a minute. I'll take control of this,
All right, here you
Fester.
go.
All right, so how old is this?
16.
Oh, my God. This is 16 years old, and it's Legally Blind Mike. Oh, he's doing a demo with a blender to try to
I forgot
audition.
to put the top on it.
That's right. Trying to do an audition for the Home Shopping Network. Hang on.
Hi, this is Legally Blind Mike, and welcome to the Home Show. Our first item up today is a premium quality Oster blender. Now, this machine is made out of the highest quality steel, so folks, I'm telling you, once you buy this machine, it's going to be...
Right. Then he puts all the crap in the blender, forgot to put the top on, and then it goes and goes all over the place. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, that's some high-quality radio entertainment right there. Hey, moving on to this warning from the MJ Morning Show. Hello, folks. All right, this is an MJ Morning Show red alert, hot warning. Folks, you got to be really, really careful when you do transactions from like Facebook Marketplace or wherever. If you're going to meet somebody, to then sell your item or swap an item, you got to be real. Here's the warning. Let me tell you what happened here. A woman was dragged by a truck after the deal did not go as she expected. So this is a recent incident. The woman had advertised something for sale on Facebook Marketplace. This is in Oklahoma. The woman was dragged by the vehicle in the parking lot where they were supposed to meet and consummate the deal, to do the deal for the item. According to court documents, the woman in Durant, Oklahoma, planned to meet with a man from a few hours away in Norman, Oklahoma, to exchange electronics through Facebook Marketplace. Now, the exchange was to take place late at night in the business's parking lot where the woman worked. She worked for something called Cardinal Glass Company.
Okay.
And she was set to meet this guy in the parking lot of her business where she works late at night. The woman was trading her Nintendo Switch for a laptop computer. Guy shows up. The laptop did not quite match the one that was shown to her online. So a little bait and switch, little switcheroo. Oh, man, look at this great laptop. Oh, yeah, I'll trade my Nintendo Switch for that. See, I don't know much about Facebook Marketplace, but is there like a swapping area where you can swap goods for something else?
I mean, everybody kind of lays out what their parameters are. Swapping really isn't that popular compared to just, hey, this is my product, this is how much I want for it.
Yeah, exactly. So most of it is just, hey, this is for sale, Facebook Marketplace, but they were going to swap.
Or free. Ooh.
So that's right. There is the free. Take this bedbug infested mattress off my hands.
I met a new scrapper. I had some metal. I had to get rid of it as I put.
Wait a minute. Why do you have metal? You had metal?
I had a.
What are you stealing aluminum light poles off of I-75? What do you mean you had some metal?
You know how hard those things are to cut up?
Please stop.
Make movable.
Remember the dude that had one? A couple of years ago, there was a dude driving down like I-4, and he had a huge metal interstate light pole strapped to the roof of his car. It's sticking 30 feet off the back. It's going 30 feet off the front, and he's got it tied to his roof. Because it got knocked down apparently, and he decided, I'm gonna pick it up. Some car in I-4 hit one of those poles, a lighting pole, and this guy like steals the thing and straps it to the roof to then take it to some scrapyard to try to sell it.
You got to chop it up. You can't bring in the whole pole.
Right. So here's the deal. So the woman was going to trade her Nintendo Switch for this laptop. Guy shows up, and it's not the laptop he showed online. It was some crappier, junky laptop. So she said, dude, this is not the laptop. We have a discrepancy here. The guy grabbed her Nintendo Switch, both items, got into his pickup truck, started the truck to pull off. The woman tried to reach in to grab her Nintendo Switch. The man then shifted into reverse and dragged her along the pavement until she fell off and whacked the pavement. Anyway, an arrest warrant has been issued for this guy involved in the incident. He's been charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, his vehicle, and, of course, don't meet late at night in some quiet, dark parking lot to do some kind of deal with some stranger from allegedly a couple of hours away. Listen, if you're going to do a deal, they recommend that you do it in, first of all, daylight hours, or do it in a police station parking lot. A lot of police stations, they'll even have like a sign, designated online commerce zone.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that around. So, don't meet in, tell you what, meet in a dark alley behind a Big Lots.
At night.
At 11:30
Yes.
at night. That's the time to do your online transactions.
Bring cash.
What the hell?
All cash.
And so, listen, warning. It should be obvious, but it clearly wasn't obvious. Or why didn't this woman have someone with her? Have someone else there. That would have probably been a deterrent as well. Hire a bodyguard or something to come with you.
I always meet people in parking lots when I buy stuff.
All right, 7:13 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Oh, guess what?
What?
I have a world premiere of something I said. Remember I said, we ought to make an MJ Morning Show like a morning show production sweeper, a morning show announcement. Remember what I said? There's a great event that happened recently, great audio and video, and I said, you know what? We need to take some of that and make it into an MJ Morning Show promo. It was done yesterday. I will do the world premiere of it coming up in just a few minutes. Oh, Fester, I've got something aimed at you. I've got a listener request. They want me to say something. I've got a little restaurant wambuki thing. Yeah, little gimmicks that some restaurants will pull on you.
Okay.
That you might not even realize, but there's science behind it. Latest on Britney Spears. Latest on what's his face?
Ask Gary?
No, Wander Franco. But we
Britney Spears' husband was Ask Gary.
Yeah, Ask Gary. Not Ask Gary, but
Different.
But Ask Gary, whatever the hell his name. So we're loaded next, folks. Don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Friday, and right now we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We do it every morning around this time, sometime between 7:23, 7:25 typically. An hour and 20 minutes nonstop. Zero commercials, no music. We go an hour and 20 minutes right now, continuous MJ Morning Show award-winning content. And also, if you could do us a slight favor, and that's the MJ 3 a day. So MJ 3 a day, and that's where you tell 3 people to listen to the MJ Morning Show. Or, folks that that might not listen to us, might listen to another morning show. You say, hey, you really ought to just listen for a couple of days. Just check it out. Or when the morning show that you're listening to goes to a commercial break, check out the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM on Q105, because they'll get hooked. And if they don't listen now, I'm confident that many people will become listeners, because the quality of our content, the density of entertaining crap is better than anything else in this market. So MJ 3 a day, help us spread the word. It's still amazing, how many people don't know that we're back on Q105. So 3 a day, if you could just tell people to listen to the MJ Morning Show, or say, oh man, you know what I heard on the MJ Morning Show today? And, get them to listen that way. So we highly appreciate you helping us spread the word and tout the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. First of all, let me deal with this apparent vandalism situation. And I've seen this now from about 3 or 4 listeners that have sent this to me. Dennis Phillips from ABC Action News. Dennis sent me a text that said, hey, have you seen this? And he sent a picture of this Morgan and Morgan billboard up at, I think, US 19 in Alderman. So up, in Pinellas. Sent me a picture, and it's a vandalized Morgan and Morgan billboard. And a bunch of these have popped up. In fact, I started getting some emails on this earlier in the week. I think my first one, this is 4 days ago. So Nicole, what day was the 14th? Today is what? Today's the 18th.
So is it Tuesday, Monday?
Monday. So yeah, Monday was the 14th. So I got an email. I'm mentioning this for the first time, but I've gotten so many this week. Morgan and Morgan sign vandalism. This is from Nicole Thompson. And Nicole said, hi, MJ. The pic I attached is a Morgan and Morgan billboard near US 19 and 580 Main Street in Clearwater. I'm impressed that someone was able to do this with paint cans and no one saw them. I was going to call Morgan and Morgan, but I thought I would contact you first. If I don't hear back from you in a couple of days, I'll call them. Loyal listener from the beginning, Nicole. Nicole, thank you so much for your email early in the week. And then I had other people send this to me. And then, of course, Dennis Phillips from ABC Action News. My wife calls Dennis Mr. Suspenders. Yeah. So when Dennis calls me, or if Dennis does call Michelle or sends a text, it comes up as Mr. Suspenders. She has Dennis Phillips as Mr. Suspenders in her address book.
That's why he wears them,
Yeah. So, Dennis has become a good friend, along with, Paul Delgado from Fox 13, been friends with him for decades. So when I first started seeing these pictures of the vandalized billboards, I'm like, is this like a publicity stunt? Is this like a way to get people talking about? And I'm still not convinced that it's not a publicity stunt, because some of the billboards are still up. You know what? If you're, folks, if you're driving right now, and you just saw a vandalized Morgan and Morgan billboard. And of course, listen, personal injury firm, they advertise on our station. Yeah. So Morgan and Morgan does advertise. I endorse, and our studio is named for the Kemp Law Group. So they're our big legal sponsor here. But listen, Morgan and Morgan, they buy commercials here, and we highly appreciate it. A lot of attorneys.
Sure.
Anna John Levine, a lot of attorney firms, they advertise on our station. All right. But I'm just curious. And I'm kind of scratching my head, because
is this a put on?
Well, but Morgan and Morgan is a massive, massive outdoor advertiser with like Clear Channel Outdoor, and I'm sure Out Front. And if these signs were vandalized, they would be taken down right away. So here's what phones are real. I haven't even given out the phone number yet. But if you're driving now, have you seen the vandalized Morgan and Morgan billboard still up And how many? Look,
wow.
every line just went
Got
boom.
a bunch
I
of
haven't even
callers.
seen one of them.
All right, 800-99. Every single. I've even given out the phone number, and every single line is ringing. My God, the measurement is so off. All right, so 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right. Are you driving by a vandalized Morgan & Morgan billboard? For instance, the one that Nicole sent me in Pinellas, it says America's largest injury law firm, and then instead of for the people, they spray painted fool the people, then LOL, then they put a big red clown nose on John Morgan and put an orange clown wig on him. It's all spray painted on. Well, at least that's the appearance. But I'm wondering if this is like real vandalism or if this is just a coordinated, every line. My God, Tampa, Orlando, St. Pete. All right, let's go to phones here. 800-990-1047. Have you just seen a vandalized Morgan & Morgan billboard? And where are you? And I guess I got to maintain that if these are real vandalized billboards, that they're such a big advertiser that they'd be taken down right away.
These billboard companies would jump as high as they can if John Morgan actually gave him a call.
Let me grab Ari in Orlando. Ari, actually a longtime friend of mine. I know exactly. Ari used to be a bigwig over at Disney. Ari, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
I started noticing them this weekend. I saw them down on Cimarron headed towards Baldwin Park, and I think it's a gig. I don't know. There's no way. I first thought it was like, wow, man, somebody got up there, and they did a nice job. But then I saw another one. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah. All right. So, Ari, you're seeing these in the Orlando area?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've seen at least 3.
Yeah. All right. So it's got to be a marketing gimmick to get people talking about it. Like, listen, we're talking about it, but I'm not getting like fooled by it. My immediate suspicion was that this is clever, but and the graffiti looked really kind of good,
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, how many have you seen in Orlando?
I've seen 3. I saw about 3 this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, Ari. Great to hear from you. Keep in touch.
All right. Sounds good.
Hurricane sent me an article.
Hey, send me a bottle of Blanton's, would you please?
Sure thing.
All right. Thanks. Yes, Frog.
Hurricane sent me an article from the Tampa Bay Times, and it's about how it was Morgan who put him up.
All right. And how long ago is this?
Here, I'll just hand it to you.
He doesn't know how to research stories.
Whatever.
You don't know how to tell a date on a story.
I just don't see a date.
Yeah. Oh, there is no date on this. Why is there no date on the story?
But it says it was his own ploy, marketing ploy.
Yeah. So they've got him dressed as a pirate. So I just started. Why is there no date on this story?
See?
Seriously, there's no date on the story on when they put the story out.
It has to be recent.
All right, let me go back to phones. Jimmy is in Tampa. Jimmy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, MJ. Good morning, crew. MJ, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I used to collect your crotchety old man call CDs. That's how long I've been listening.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. You paid for part of my house. I appreciate it. Yeah, the crotchety old man CDs, the CDs that built MJ's house. So
There's a brick in your honor.
Thank you. Exactly. I get your name on a driveway paver. All right, go ahead.
Hey, listen, buddy. So I saw one in Town and Country. It was off of Sheldon Road. And at first, like you, I thought it was a publicity stunt. But his eyes were crossed out with green paint. He had a goatee that was green.
Yeah, but it is apparently it's confirmed that it is a publicity stunt, that it was their idea.
And you know the slogan, his slogan is for the people. This one said it's for the money, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, and then like...
Why would he put that up,
No,
though?
seriously. Well, because maybe to indicate that they'll get you money. I don't know. But
okay.
Hey, Jimmy, thanks for the call, buddy, and thanks for your long-time listenership.
Absolutely, MJ. Keep up the great job, buddy.
Thank you. All right, let me grab Ryan in Land O'Lakes. So Ryan's next. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, MJ. How you doing?
Doing well.
Hey, so I work with a guy in Fort Lauderdale, and he's really into the boat scene and everything.
Yep.
And John Morgan's boat is actually called From the People.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said. So you'll see it cruising down the intercoastal.
Well,
and it says From the People.
Thank you. My house is from the people.
Great.
My house is from the people. What was that, Andrew? What are you saying in my ear? You're talking too long. I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
They did the same thing in 2015.
Oh, they did? So they did this before in 2015?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Have a great day. All right. I'll take last call. Let me just grab Catherine, and I got to move on here. Catherine, but a lot of people are sending me, hey, did you see what's going on? They're vandalizing. And the minute I saw it, I'm like,
it's really, really good graffiti.
Good graffiti. And they're staying up too long. And if the billboard company is not taking legitimate vandalism down right away with the big account that Morgan & Morgan is, that just said to me that it's a publicity stunt. All right, Catherine, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Final call on this. Hi.
Hi, good morning. I saw it last night on my way home from work on Del Mabry near Waters.
Yeah. So
and the first thing my daughter and I said was, I bet it's a publicity stunt.
Yeah, that's what I initially thought right off the bat, and I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point. Not a bad idea. Hey, thank you, Catherine, and thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Have a good day.
Have a great one. I have a warning that I think I need to present to the MJ Morning Show listenership there are parents listening right now. You've got parents that are probably driving kids to school right now. And I think this is important regarding sextortion. These are sex extortion cases. And did you see the St. Pete Police and the local FBI? They had a presser yesterday. We have talked about this multiple times on the show regarding sending somebody a nude picture. And this has happened, obviously, for years and years. And then that nude picture being used to extort you for money or whatever. And what's happening, though, what really is egregious is these sextortion cases are moving younger and younger and younger, where you've got even some preteens or certainly early teens, mid-teens that are getting screwed over by individuals that they sent a nude picture to, thinking that it's like some opposite sex, attractive female that's, could you send me a, totally lured by the prospect of an online relationship or a regular relationship or, meeting a hot girl. And you've got guys that are sending these naked nude pictures to these individuals online, and they're not attractive, hot women that are trying to get with you or date you. These are scammers in many cases that don't even operate here in the United States. This is a big Nigerian scam. In fact, there was a tragic story, which we'll bring up in just a minute here. But yesterday, there was a presser, and they released a video to make everyone aware teenagers are really targeted these days, and to get the teens and the parents to talk to their kids about never take a nude picture of yourself. Never send it to anybody. And I saw this presser yesterday. Listen to this quote. In the last week alone, we had over 15 cases. That's according to Special Agent David Walker, FBI, here in Tampa. And the local field office working with the St. Pete Police, because this is growing here in the Tampa Bay area. This is happening all over the country, but there is an influx and an increase in the number of these sextortion cases right here locally. So FBI Special Agent David Walker said, quote, "Let me be clear. Anyone can be a victim, but traditional victims are young males, often 13 to 17. Again, they think they met some hot teenage girl online, and then she allegedly says, send me a picture," coaxes them into sending a picture, a compromising nude photograph, and then the scammer says, "Hey, I'm going to distribute this picture everywhere. I'm going to send it to every one of your friends. I'm going to send it to your schoolmates. I'm going to send it to your teachers if you don't pay me." So this is an extortion plot. There's not a lot of women online asking you for a nude photo. These things are scams. They're rackets. A lot of times these are Nigerian scammers. I'll talk about that here in just a second. At the presser yesterday was also Chief Anthony Holloway, who is the St. Pete Police Chief. And he said one of the cases that the St. Pete Police have investigated, the sextortion target was 9 years old.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Dude, this is disgusting.
It is disgusting. It is horrific. But, folks, you got to have this conversation with your kids. You got to have this conversation. In trying to convince kids to take nude pictures, send them off, and then they get extorted. It's not a hot young girl. It's some older guy, and sometimes in foreign countries, that's going to try to take you for a ride. A lot of this has been happening out in Nigeria. Yeah, listen to this. This is Chief Holloway. He said at the presser yesterday, we have one case here in St. Pete where a guy spent or paid back in person more than $10,000 in 2 months so they would not post his picture on social media. And after he stopped making the payment, the bad person went ahead and did post their picture on social media, even when they were paid. So a lot of this stuff is occurring on dating apps. That's where a lot of this is occurring, where teenage boys or young men are meeting women on some of these dating apps. They're falling for fake profiles, etc. But this is a massive, massive problem. So at the presser, there's a detective in St. Pete Police named Henry Snowden. And he said for children, we've seen that approximately 67% increase in this. And for adults, a 47% increase in these sextortion attempts. So this is local. This is St. Pete Police having a presser yesterday with the local FBI field office about the problem right here in the Tampa Bay area. It's not out of sight, out of mind. It's not, you hear what's happening across the country. No, right here, these sextortion cases are happening. And they're awful. So parents, grandparents, you got to talk to your kids, your grandkids about this. Make sure they don't fall for it.
I don't know if I want my grandparents to have that conversation with me. Come here, Dominic. Let's talk about you putting pictures of your tallywhacker out on the internet.
Fester, come on.
Tallywhacker.
What'd your grandparents call it, right?
They didn't call it a tallywhacker.
I never talked to my grandparents about my wiener.
You know what?
We only talked about that. That was like Thanksgiving conversation.
You know what I just thought of? I haven't thought about this in years. My parents, my mom, and I think my grandma, when you're a little kid, you go into the bathroom. I think they used to call it the birdie.
Ew.
Yes, your birdie.
Your birdie?
You're the birdie. Yeah, I'm not making it. We've got a call. We have a call, unsolicited call, which I'm going to grab here in a second. Apparently, it's a father, and this happened to his kid.
Oh, man.
All right, hold on. I mentioned some of these Nigerian scammers, and at least there is some justice apparently going to happen in one of these sextortion cases. About a year and a half ago, this is back in 2022, a kid up in Michigan took his own life, committed suicide because he was a sextortion victim. And it was a Nigerian scammer, and they coaxed him into sending a nude picture and then tried to extort him and then posted the picture, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, this is unbelievable. Police here in the United States, in Michigan, they were able to trace the scammers to Africa, to Nigeria. They had also targeted dozens and dozens. I think it was like over 100 victims were also targeted by these Nigerians. And this is like just recently, just in like the last week, if I'm not mistaken, that the Department of Justice, they said last week that they tracked the Nigerians down, got assistance from the Nigerian government. They are extraditing the Nigerians back to the United States to face trial for extorting this teenage boy in Michigan who committed suicide. Good.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me grab line 5. Mike is in Port Richey. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Yes, Mike, go ahead.
So a couple weeks ago, it was about 2 weeks ago, I get a phone call from my son's mom. Supposedly, he sent a picture and a video over Instagram Messenger to a teenage girl. He thought it was a teenage girl. And the person turned back around and started requesting money from my son.
Oh, man.
It was about for $500. It says, we're going to post your picture on everywhere We're going to post your picture to all your friends, your schools, and everything.
Yep, that's the way that's the way it happens. That's how it goes down.
Yep, so he tried to go to Winn-Dixie. He wanted to go to Winn-Dixie without telling us to purchase a gift card and try to pay the person.
Or a lot of times it's Western Union. A lot of time it's wire the money via Western Union.
Yep. So he eventually told us, and we had to call the police and everything, and we said, we're not paying. We're not going to pay you a dime. So they started with $500, then they went down to $300, and they're like, listen, it's a learning lesson. We just just give us the money, and we won't post these pictures. And we didn't. We didn't pay them or anything.
So did anything come back to bite at this point?
No, nothing came back.
All right.
Nothing. The thing he did on all his pictures, he blocks out his face. On every picture he sends, he blocks out his face.
All right. Well, listen, he shouldn't be doing any news. He shouldn't be doing anything. How old's your kid? How old?
He's 15.
15?
Yes.
Yeah, so obviously you got to have a pretty harsh conversation, which I'm sure you already had.
Yeah, how'd that talk go?
But hang on a minute. But at least he was smart enough to block out his face.
Yes. At least he did.
But still, don't do any of this. Even if don't do any nude pictures, even if you block out your face. Not to mention, if you're underage, that is creation of child porn as well.
Yeah,
we went over all that. He's a freaking idiot.
All right. Well, Mike, thanks for calling in. I appreciate a father whose son just went through this calling in to, even lend more credibility to the story.
Yep. All right. Love your show, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks,
Spread the
Mike.
word. Tell 3 people today that you listen to the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. Would you please?
Yeah. Yeah, tell your son to send pictures of himself listening to us with his clothes on.
With clothes on,
With clothes on. They'll send that out.
Clothes on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Will do.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Look at that. That's a real dad from Port Richey. Unbelievable. All right, I got to get into the restaurant kind of interesting shenanigans. Something that restaurants are doing to get you to spend more money, and it's kind of a scientific little racket. And you probably never heard of this. I read this. I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. Listen, everywhere in business, there are psychological games to try to get you hooked or attracted or to get you to spend more money, to become a more frequent customer. There's all kinds of stuff. I mean, listen, you got radio companies that have whole floors of people on computers with all kinds of data mining going on, targeting all over the place. You got all kinds of interesting manipulation tricks, which I'm about to expose wide open at some point in the future. But there's tons of this stuff that's going on. It's every walk of life. Data. Data is where the money is, man. And that's why, listen, the Communist Chinese government, they're like the biggest data collectors on the planet right now. Yeah, like, you're on TikTok. They're just stealing it, all that crap. What was the other story that was, we had another recent story about data collection. The Chinese government. What was it?
That sales site.
Temu. Oh, yeah. I did thank you, Legally Blind. I did a whole segment on Temu and how these ridiculous deals, 8 pair of underwear for $1.57.
Well, that's a good price.
Well, first of all, a lot of this crap falls apart, but I'm telling you that whatever you're doing on Temu, all that data information is being handed over to the Communist Chinese government. All right, that's a whole, but data is where it's at, man. All that information, all that data is where the value is. All right, so I'm going to get into the restaurant story in a second. First, though, I'm so excited about this. Remember the crazy meltdown woman? The lady on the American Airlines flight that just epically melted down, and she was talking about this person in the back of the plane is not real. The plane's going to crash. You're all going to die. Tiffany Gomez, right?
Yeah.
From Dallas, Texas.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
All right. So that's the audio bite. And we've had numerous revisions to the story. She's done interviews now. But what we don't know is what the hell was she on? Was she drunk? Was she having some kind of a pill interaction with alcohol? I mean, what was she on?
She was seeing things. She wasn't drunk.
Well,
I mean,
anyway,
she was something.
Remember I said we ought to make an MJ Morning Show promo, a little station ID with that lady?
Yeah.
Well, it's been done. So I present to you our brand new little MJ. In the business, we call this a sweeper. So when you hear like a station ID coming out of commercials or in between songs or whatever, we call that a sweeper or an ID. And I had one made. Thanks to Tiffany. Here we go.
They can either believe it or they cannot believe it. But I am telling you right now.
MJ.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Fester.
Not real.
Froggy.
Not real.
And Roxanne.
Not real.
This is the MJ Morning Show.
I don't give two
on Q105.
Not real.
All right. Oh, nice.
Is that nice?
We're not real.
We're not.
Oh man,
We're fake.
So you'll hear that on occasion out of commercial breaks.
But we are real.
Wait,
Hal's not real.
Yes, Fester.
Fester, let me guess. You have a problem
Yeah,
with it?
what's your
Let me
problem?
guess. Let me
What's
guess.
your problem with the promo?
The promo should start with MJ Morning Show instead of her audio.
What do you know about production?
I know all kinds. I don't know how to do it, but I know good. I can critique it.
No, we're setting the tone with her whiny, shrilly voice.
They can either believe it or they cannot believe it. But I am telling you right now.
MJ.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Fester.
Not real.
Froggy.
Not real.
And Roxanne.
Not real.
This is the MJ Morning Show.
I don't give two
Won't you be happy?
On Q105.
Your name's
Not
second.
real.
You should be happy about that.
I like it. I think it's perfect. I think it's fantastic. Man, you're such a you just bring everything down. You say that I'm a complainer.
Oh my gosh!
You say that I'm a complainer. That
I offered constructive criticism.
don't bring me down, down, down.
You.
Don't bring me down,
And
down,
I
down,
gotta
down.
say, Tiffany Gomes or Gomes,
Gomez.
she's becoming the pinup girl for a whole section of white trash America.
She's hot.
It's like she has fan pages now.
She's a marketing executive that lives in a $1.6 million house in the Dallas area.
Okay, so I thought she looked really good in her tirade. And then you see her professional pictures and then that video she put out with that spray tan on.
I think she looked really good in that video.
Yeah, she looks.
She looks really good.
She's a dime.
Yeah. All right, moving along. It is 7:53 at the MJ Morning Show. And the restaurant story. When you get free bread at a restaurant, does the restaurant really know what they're doing? Is this just a ploy? Is this just a tactic? When you get free bread at the restaurant, you start munching on the free bread, the butter, the breadsticks, all that stuff. You think it's out of the kindness of their heart? Or is there some science behind the free bread?
I've always thought it was science.
Yeah. And,
right?
Well, Froggy, what is the science? Where do you think I'm headed with this?
I think, actually, I don't know. Because I'm thinking about it, and if they wouldn't, why would they fill you up on bread? They want you to buy a bunch of food.
Well, hang on.
I'm confused.
LBM
has an opinion.
Yes, legally blind Mike.
Oh, that's not the mic. Put the mic in front of it.
Yeah, put that right
when
there.
When
There
I
you
go and they put like Red Lobster biscuits, I don't eat it because it fills you up. I think they want you to eat it so that you won't eat the meal when it comes out. They try to load you up. Am I right, MJ?
Mike, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard ever.
Yeah.
We're going to load them up on Cheddar Bay biscuits so they don't order the $30 lobster.
Legally dumb, Mike.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I love you, Mike. All right. So, folks, if you don't know, Legally Blind Mike, longtime character here on the MJ Morning Show in the studio. Here's the deal. The free bread might actually get you to spend more money. Here's the deal. So there's science behind this. It's not because they want you to fill up on free stuff. No. What happens is when you eat the free bread, that actually makes you hungrier. You crave more because there's a blood glucose spike.
Oh.
That happens while you're consuming the blood. So
the bread.
The bread.
Wait,
Yes, I want to consume the blood.
Okay, great. Okay.
Would you like some blood with
I
your biscuit?
misspoke because I'm talking about blood glucose. All right, so when you eat the free bread, it spikes your blood glucose. So then you get hungrier and you order more food or maybe larger, more expensive portions. So that is the science. You order more food. They bring you some more bread, then dessert. You can't resist it. So that's the deal. A lot of people just don't know that free bread at the restaurant, some restaurants haven't figured out that there's restaurant science. There's science in everything. You've got, in every business, every walk of life, especially in the restaurant business, you've got consultants that tell you how to maximize, each check. Average check, how to maximize it, the little games you can play, the way menus are designed. People don't realize that everything goes into the psychology of virtually everything that we do in life.
Same thing in the merchandising world.
Yeah, listen.
The little queuing system when you go pay, all that stuff is meant for you to.
Oh yeah, those are called the impulse buys.
Yes, but it's called a queue. It's called a queue section. The impulse section it's queuing.
So
I sell it
when you go, because Froggy's real job is selling shelving and all kinds of crap. So when you're in line, you've got all those. You got beef jerky hanging. You got
like
batteries
Jack
hanging.
Links,
Everything.
All the good stuff. All the candy.
I got the Haribo gummy bears hanging.
But MJ, when you get the hot plate of bread to your table, and you can smell the bread. I go to a very, 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 very fancy restaurant that brings out like those big fat yeast rolls.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yes, the Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that place.
So I
love that place.
I had not been to a Texas Roadhouse. Well, listen. I have multiple times. Let me tell you right now. Are you impressed that I guessed that?
Yes.
How impressed are you that I immediately whipped out Texas Roadhouse?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 6.
All right, here's the deal. Now, I try to do a Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office ride along every 5-6 weeks or so. And I was just out a couple of weeks ago. Not this past weekend before, I was out with Jeff Catlin, who's a sergeant in District 5, Hillsborough County. Great guy. Fantastic guy. He's a credit to the HCSO and to keeping the streets of Hillsborough County safe. So I'm out with him just a couple of weekends ago for 8 hours or so. But a lot of times, not this past weekend, but a lot of times for lunch, they'll meet the squad, and Texas Roadhouse is one of their favorite places. And I hadn't been there. And about, a year and a half ago, whatever, I'm out and we go to Texas Roadhouse out in Brandon. Was that on Falkenberg? Is that right in there? And they bring out those yeast rolls.
Right? Aren't they great?
And before you know it, you're nibbling on one, and then you lose count, and they've already brought 3 replacements out. You have 27 of these yeast rolls. I mean, they're like crack.
And then you order the meal.
And they have free peanuts, right?
Well,
up front they do.
So I want you guys to know.
Right next to the
in a
meat,
barrel?
next to the meat case.
So since COVID, they no longer have the barrel. They have individual bags.
Oh, yeah.
But I make a wicked cinnamon butter peanut sandwich. Which is because it's the free cinnamon butter and the free peanuts, so I make a sandwich out of it.
Oh, Fester.
Yes.
I've got a couple of things here. I have to address this.
Okay.
Regarding your scam. So I'm finished with the whole restaurant thing. But no, it's a real deal. It's an absolute real deal. So let me wrap up the restaurant deal, and I want to move on to something that a listener sent me, and this is regarding your free breakfast racket where on the way to General RV to do your weekend gig.
On the way anywhere. Dude, I traveled to Kentucky last year, and I didn't pay for breakfast once.
All right. Fester has made a sport out of just walking into hotels, motels, Holiday Inn Expresses, and grabbing the free breakfast that's there for the paying guest that rented a room overnight. And Fester just strolls in.
Okay.
In some cases, he even has a fake wheeling. Well, it's actually a real luggage bag.
Wheelie bag, right?
But there's nothing in it, right? And then Fester's got a selection of plastic room keys, card keys for various hotel chains. And Fester will just walk in, pretend he's a guest, and get the free breakfast.
I have to say, I'm grateful for how you described it as I make it a sport instead of you saying it's a scam. So you're right. I do make it a sport.
It'd be a hell of a YouTube channel if you did one episode every week and you just see if you get busted or not and people are just watching it.
You ought to start shooting videos on this, I'm telling you. All right, so this is a scam sport, all right? So I get an email from a listener, and it says this. Tell Fester there's actually a Best Western in Pompano Beach, Florida, which is down in Broward County near Fort Lauderdale. Tell Fester there's a Best Western in Pompano that the front desk gives you a ticket when you check in for your breakfast in the morning. You have to give them your ticket in order to eat the breakfast buffet. No ticket, no breakfast.
Oh, it looks like I won't get breakfast at the Best Western in Pompano Beach. Oh, great. Big deal.
Jeez.
Dude, you're just spitting in the face of restaurant and hotel operators everywhere.
There's a thing called karma.
Yeah.
I'm spitting in the face of the Pompano Beach restaurant. Where is Pompano Beach? I don't even know where that is.
I just said it's like right near Fort Lauderdale. It's Broward County.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm
so
not
you're,
going
you're,
to that one.
you're spitting in the face of the Best Western where they have a free breakfast in the morning.
Let me tell you who puts together a wicked breakfast.
Jeez.
The Ramada in Vienna, Georgia. It was
In
really,
where?
like Vienna, Georgia.
Vienna?
Yeah.
It's not Vienna?
I think it's Vienna.
Vienna,
Yeah.
Georgia.
People in Georgia can't pronounce it.
Is that off I-75?
Yeah, it's like near Tifton and Adele and all those. Whatever.
Anyway,
All
so
right, thank you for the tip.
yeah, thanks for the tip. Fester will stay away from the Best Western in Pompano.
Yeah, I'll cross that off my list.
But you're going to force these local hotels that offer free breakfast for the guests. You're going to force them to go to a ticket system.
Great.
And then what? You're gonna find out what ticket they use, and you're gonna go to like Staples and buy a ticket roll. unless it's a special customized ticket and not like some standard like old movie ticket kind of thing.
I bought the exact puncher once for Subway when they you used to have like the Subway cards.
Oh no, to
and
get
they
a
would
free
punch-
sub.
Yeah, you have like the 12th one.
No,
you got a free
but
sub.
a lot of places they have a special symbol to punch, not like a regular punch or a star. They'll have some special punch.
Yeah, this one had a crescent moon. And
so you bought a crescent moon hole punch to then get to scam free subs from. That's why they went into difficulty.
This is like
Would you paid for the stamp thing? You could have got a sub for that price.
Okay, are you crazy? I got like 100 subs.
Oh my!
This is like
God,
an OG Fester scam.
Dude, you're a walking scammer.
This is like 2004, 2005. Back when they gave out plastic paper cards with punches.
What do you do? Just sit around and try to think of ways to cheat?
I don't think of it. It comes to me.
You're
The
born
universe
with it.
brings these opportunities. Why does every fast food place have a self-serve fountain drink stand?
Fester's like a large planet like Jupiter.
Yeah.
And the gravitational pull, all the scams get attracted, like all the moons around Jupiter.
You're a scam magnet.
All my scams are remarkably low level and unprofitable. I mean,
But all together,
I need some like good
if you
Ponzi
combine them
schemes or
all,
something.
My God.
That's what I'm
even
waiting
if you just combine all your breakfast schemes, how much money do you think you save? Thousands and thousands of dollars.
All right, I got another request. Got a request here. Hey, MJ, I've been listening for about a year now. So that's a new listener. Well, thank you very much. So this was a direct message on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Folks, you can always contact me. Send me a direct message on Instagram. I'm Certified MJ Radio. And give me a follow, by the way, on my Insta. So I get this message yesterday. Hey, MJ, I've been listening for about a year now, but my daughter heard you say the dingo ate my baby. Just asking if you could say it again.
What?
Appreciate it.
That's it.
Have a good one, Big Dog. Well, actually, Big Dog is the late, great
R.I.P.
Steve Dumig. Yeah,
Steve Dumig, yeah.
Rest in peace, Steve Dumig.
Good man.
Yep.
So when did you? I remember you saying it.
It's come up occasionally.
Were we talking about Australians?
A lot of times, if there's an Australian story,
That's all he does is say, "The dingo ate your baby."
All right, so that I got to whip out, the dingo ate my baby. The dingo ate my baby. So hopefully that's good enough for your daughter. I just said it numerous times. Yes. I'll say it one more time. Here we go. The dingo ate my baby.
All right.
Show them the Seinfeld episode.
How about you say it
want.
less silly? Like,
That's how it says. That's how she says it.
The dingo ate my baby.
Oh,
there you
sound
go.
British.
Look at that. So, listen, I do everything possible to bend over backwards for
do.
MJ Morning Show listeners. Check out this racket. Now, this is a story that developed like 6-7 years ago, but there's finally a payoff here. Welcome, folks. If you're just tuning in, this is the MJ Morning Show, and you haven't heard any music or you haven't heard a commercial lately, have you? Why? Because we're nonstop MJ. We're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show with some seriously good, dense content here, folks. All killer, no filler. So, and don't forget, coming up between 9, what are you laughing at?
Did you call us all killer and no filler?
Yes.
I don't know if we're all killer. I mean,
mostly killer.
We're kind of nice guys.
A higher percentage of killer with less filler. All right, so, hey, between 9 and 9:20, so an hour from now, the window opens up. Between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the Trip a Day song. Listen for that song title. It'll play sometime during the day. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and you'll win the Trip a Day. And this week, it is the staycation, 3-day staycation at Plantation on Crystal River. Nice deal. So I'll give you the song title between 9 and 9:20 coming up on the MJ Morning Show. This is a racket that was discovered, and finally the piper is being paid. And it's the Apple iPhone slowdown scam. Remember this story?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess what? We finally have some finality to this story because Apple agreed to the settlement, and I guess checks are going to start going out. This is a lawsuit. This goes back to, I want to say, 2016, 2017, 2018. And this is where Apple got really, really shady. And with the Apple software updates, the iOS updates, they were jimmying up your phone good. They were slowing you down, kind of throttling things. They were, screwing with battery performance. Why? Because they wanted you to get rid of your older iPhone and buy a newer iPhone.
Yeah, get into a new phone.
How dirty of a trick is that? How seedy and shady? Apple. And they were caught. They were caught doing this. So big lawsuits were filed, class action lawsuits. And this was the accusation that Apple, with software updates, slowed down older iPhones. And Apple has agreed to pay hundreds of millions of dollars because of their little racket, because of their scam, to try to force you, oh, my God, my phone is just going so slow. My battery's not charging right, or I'm not getting as much out of my battery. They were playing all kinds of games with these updates to try to force people with older phones to spend money and buy newer Apple iPhones. And they were caught. So one of the law firms, Cotchett, Petre, and McCarty, represented Apple customers in the suit. And this was announced on August 9th that the 9th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals dismissed 2 appeals from people challenging the settlement. Apple's agreed to pay a minimum of $310 million, but up to $500 million to approximately 100 million iPhone users in what the law firm is saying is the largest all-cash recovery in a computer intrusion case in history. And here's what happened. Between December 2017 and June 2018, there were 66 class action lawsuits filed against Apple, alleging this issue, including that Apple deliberately slowed down battery performance of older phones with the iOS updates, also making allegations that the phones just ran slower, so battery, phone performance, everything. In 2017, a letter went out to consumers. Apple apologized for slowing down older iPhones and offered a reduction in the price of a replacement battery. Company said in the letter that a software update from 2016 may have had some users experience longer launch times for apps and reductions in other performance aspects, including battery. Come on. You think this was accidental? No. This is like the free bread. This is the free bread racket that Apple was pulling with their iPhones. So that's just shady. That's seedy. That's devious. That's just under the table. Come on, Apple. You can do better.
Yeah, but isn't everybody sort of thought that anyway? They're like, it sort of was suspicious about it to begin with, right? I've heard that before.
But to put code into the update that deliberately effed up your phones,
that's not cool.
That's not cool at all. So who's eligible? So payments will be distributed to people who filed claims before October 2020. That's when the MJ Morning Show came back, October of 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. So you already have had to have made a claim. You can't say, I'm going to make a claim now. No. So the phones affected, you had to file the claim and you had to have owned one of these phones, the iPhone 6, 6 Plus, 6S, or SE device that ran iOS 10.2.1, the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus that ran iOS 11.2 or later. So those are the phones affected here, but the checks are going to start going out, and it's not a lot.
Per person.
Yeah, I think it's like $66 or something.
Nice.
So it looks like 65, 67, whatever the number. I saw it earlier, and I can't find it now. But it's not a lot of money. But the checks are going out. Hang on, I'll talk for a second.
Well, just think about how much that lawyer made off of that deal. He got a $500 million settlement potentially from Apple.
Yeah, hang on, because I printed out several stories, and one of them had the actual dollar amount that I can't find it.
If it's $62 or $65,
it was somewhere.
Okay.
Here we go, $65.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, those who register will now be receiving a check for $65. I said 66. I said 67, but it's $65 that you're going to get if in fact you filed the claim.
Yeah, but who filed the claim 3 years ago?
Well, that's what it was. It was almost 3 years ago that you had to file that claim. So the update on Wander Franco from the Tampa Bay Rays. This is some pretty serious stuff. Of course, this is on top of the serious accusations and the story that spread like wildfire on social media at first, that Wander Franco, the shortstop with the Tampa Bay Rays, that he was involved with an underage relationship. Then the story got larger, and then there were allegations that he was involved with two underage teenage girls. And now this is a pretty significant update here on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah, there are reports that he's never going to play in the Major League again, in Major League Baseball. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
he must be pretty guilty, huh?
Well,
they've got to have some pretty concrete evidence to even speculate about this.
Well, here's the deal. You have an online digital reporter, and this is being reported by multiple outlets. Bro Bible is a good sports website. We pulled stories out of that. This is from the New York Post this morning.
Never heard of them.
So New York Post is saying that Wander Franco's career reportedly may be over. We're talking... we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, like down the toilet. So New York Post is reporting a source close to the investigation of Franco's alleged inappropriate relationships with underage women told digital reporter Hector Gomez that the Rays shortstop is very unlikely to play in the major leagues again, that he's unlikely to play Major League Baseball ever again. A person very close to the investigation into the case of Wander Franco, it will be very unlikely that Wander Franco will play in MLB again, judging by the results of the investigations that are currently being carried out, which directly commit him to the accusations against him. Gomez wrote on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter. Gomez is a Dominican reporter. So this Gomez dude from the Dominican Republic broke the news of Franco's 12-year, $223 million extension with the Rays back in 2021. So that was an extension deal. But the original deal that Franco signed in 2021 was a $182 million deal over 11 years, the biggest contract for a player with less than 1 year in the majors at that point.
Yeah.
And now all that money, so 182, then another like a potential 200 million. We're talking about what, almost $400 million down the drain? And the reports that he may never take the field again in a Major League Baseball game. Man, they got to be busting in the Rays front office downtown. Wow. Or as Andrew just said in my ear, well, they're saving a lot of money. No, I think they were happy paying out the money. To have building a star performer, a franchise player.
I mean, the Rays are in the hunt for the World Series this year.
Yeah, what a distraction this is. So we may never see Wander Franco again. Now, as far as, putting on a glove and, grabbing a bat. So.
What? He's screwed then.
What's he gonna do? Oh, yeah. He's going to, I don't know.
He's going to open up a
bodega?
Yeah.
He'll open up a food truck on a beach in the Dominican Republic or something. I don't know what he's going to do.
Right,
but can you imagine?
So these are
that kind of money just gone like
I got to wait until I hear the investigation. I don't know if I could believe all these insider reports or
and
people
again,
with,
listen, innocent until proven guilty, but let's see if he ever goes back to play for the Rays.
This investigation might take weeks or months before they get a final answer.
Well, again, this Gomez guy from the DR, he's had some good scoops, and he's saying that he claims to be getting some word on some of the investigatory action, and that he seems to suggest that what's being alleged, that it's true, it's real. But again, he is innocent until proven guilty. I 100% agree with that. But that's a pretty serious story that he may never, ever play Major League Baseball again. We'll see. Let's recognize the Tampa Fire Department for a moment here, folks. And that's the fact that Tampa Fire and Rescue, they've sent a lieutenant along with a canine to Maui because of the horrific fire. It's just so heartbreaking. And they're saying that people couldn't even get out of their homes. The fire spread so fast. I mean, do you see how many structures are gone? That town is so cool. I've been there numerous times. Lahaina, in Maui, just such a beautiful, it's a small town. Just the old buildings, just all the shops and galleries. One of my favorite shave ice places is Ululani, and I saw the pictures of where that place was. It is gone. Yeah. All these businesses. They're finding all of these victims and charred remains. It's just, you can't even fathom this. And I saw, Channel 10 had the story on this, that Lieutenant Brian Smithy and his canine Proby, I like that because, a probationary, like, firefighter. If you're a new firefighter, they call you like a Proby, right? So Lieutenant Brian Smithy and his canine Proby, they flew to Maui on Wednesday to assist with recovery efforts. So it's great to see that locally Tampa Fire and Rescue is sending over this lieutenant along with the canine. So I think that was a very, very nice thing to do.
Well, the agencies around the country are sending people over. But it's great to see the local participation.
And then there's a scam. I want to make everyone aware of a scam that it happens that with this couple, they got wrapped up in this scam because of the Maui wildfires. But this could happen anywhere. And it's a woman that fell for and called a fake phone number for Southwest and got ripped off. And had to pay a lot of money to get off the island because her Southwest flight was canceled because she called a scam number. Listen to this. California residents, Megan and Kevin Morgan. They got scammed, and it ended up costing them $3,400 in airfare. So what happened? So Megan and Kevin, they were celebrating their 5th wedding anniversary. They had their 8-month-old with them as well. They canceled a dinner they had planned in order to return back to California. They're from Sacramento. In order to return a little earlier, and this is just before the devastating wildfires went through Maui, and it actually destroyed the restaurant that they were supposed to eat at on Front Street in Lahaina in Maui. So they decide to leave. Megan calls Southwest Airlines and a phone number that she found online during a Google search. She didn't call the real Southwest number.
Oh, no.
Online, during the Google search, somehow she stumbled upon a fake phone number saying that it was Southwest. It wasn't. So she calls up. They answer Southwest Airlines. It's not. It's a total scam. She ends up giving them all kinds of information. So Megan thinks she's calling Southwest. She's not. She says the person who answered the phone says it's going to be a $200 change fee. They wanted to change their flight earlier to get off of Maui. And she said to herself, wait a minute. No. There's no change fees. This is Southwest. Southwest doesn't charge you a change fee. Also, bags fly free. And the person on the other end of the phone got a little snippy and said, I've told you 4 times now, this is how much it costs if you want to change it. There's no change fee. So Megan said that she did not give a credit card number, hung up immediately, but gave them enough information for her to get racketeered, for her to get scammed. So she got a message on her Southwest account that the reservation for her flight home was canceled. And then she realized, oh my God, I didn't cancel this. And then she realized that she was scammed. She called a bogus number that she searched on Google that said it was Southwest. It was not. It was a total phony. The scammer, so how'd the scam work? The scammer was able to cancel the family's flight home and then use the credits to book a flight for somebody else. What the? The scammer had the confirmation number. So the scammer was able to elicit the confirmation number like, I don't know, JX93J or whatever.
Yeah, okay, fine. But Southwest should be able to easily track that, right?
Well,
you give a confirmation number out. When it comes back, hey, this is fraudulent.
Well, not in this case. So this is like a new racket. She said, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this scam. I'm pretty aware of certain scams that are out there and what's going on, but this is very sophisticated. And they had to stay on the island for 2 additional days. And they were getting off before the fires really got bad. And then they had to stay a couple of extra days. And they had to pay $3,400 for a Hawaiian Airlines flight.
Jeez.
Back to California.
Pretty expensive.
Unbelievable.
Last minute flight? Yeah.
They were going to have dinner at Chemo's restaurant on Front Street, where all the cars were torched and all the buildings were burned to the ground and just people died. I mean, it's terrible. And then for someone to scam them, it's a terrible story. Yeah, typically a change to a Southwest flight is confirmed via email, but Megan says that she didn't get one. And flight credits are usually given to the passenger of the original flight. She believes that the person who got the flight credits might have been scammed as well as part of some kind of shell game, like moving stuff around. Anyway, Southwest said in a statement, our customer engagement team is in touch with the customer to learn more as well as offer assistance. They got to get Google and these search engines to get rid of these scam phone numbers. I know once they purge one, then another one pops up. But come on, with all the technology these days, you can't make sure that there's no other phone numbers posted for Southwest other than the actual real phone numbers that Southwest approves of, right?
and it seems like many things that I type in without a specific name, the first 5 or 6 things are all ads, having nothing to do or offshoots of what I'm trying to get a hold of. And that's obviously what happened to her.
Tell me if this is extreme or not extreme. A woman annulled the marriage after the groom, now the husband, smashed the wedding cake in her face at the reception. The wedding, the marriage annulled after the face cake smash. What are you, Froggy? What are you laughing at?
I just, I follow a wedding incident YouTube page.
Oh my! Another. And now there's a wedding incident. Facebook or YouTube.
Wedding's gone wrong or something, and the best man grabs a thing of cake and he thinks it's funny and he smashes it in the girl's face all hard.
The bride?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did he smash it in his face? One of the two. And the
well,
guy,
that would be a big difference.
You might want to look
You're
it
the
up.
one telling the story.
But the groom hauls off and knocks him out. And there's another one where there's a wedding singer and he's like, ah, da, da, and he's singing so bad the guy walks up and just smacks him unconscious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's great.
My God.
Really good stuff out there, guys. Really good stuff.
All right, let me give you the facts. I might take some phone calls on this, actually. There is a story floating around on social media that a woman has annulled her marriage after the husband smashed the wedding cake in her face. Wow, that's a quick that's a fast marriage. That's a quickie.
So I think that there's a cultural shift in the appropriateness of the cake smash.
We didn't even do that.
But there is like a delicate kind of a push into the face, but a real whack in the let's go to phones on this. Folks that are listening now, you've been to weddings, maybe your own wedding. Was there a cake smash in the face when, the bride cuts the cake? Do they still do that? The groom cuts the cake. Groom cuts the cake, right?
I never want to go to a wedding that has that kind of stuff. I don't want to do any chicken dances. I don't want to do
But they take the bite out of the cake, and like the bride will feed like a fork full of the cake to the husband, and then the husband will give some to the wife.
That's just silly.
And then there's been that playful little push of the cake into the face sometimes, but in this case, this was apparently a real whack, and the bride said, "Hey, I'm not hanging around for this," and annulled the wedding after just, a couple of days of being married, hours after the wedding and the incident happened. Let's go to phones on this. Folks, what have you seen at a wedding? What do you think? Do you have any thoughts on the bride annulling the marriage because of the cake being smashed in her face at the wedding? What have you seen? Have you been to a wedding recently? Are they still doing that? And is it more of the playful push, or have you seen a real, just total face smash? All right, Fester found a YouTube video where the bride is knocked on the ground because the groom smashed the cake in her face so hard. Oh my God!
Yeah, this is really getting out of hand.
There's the guy's like smearing it all over. That's like violent. All right, let's go to phones. Look, the phone's already ringing. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you seen some really uncomfortable, wedding cake smashes in the face at a wedding? Have you been to a wedding recently, and did they do any kind of a cake smash or a push? 800, and what are your thoughts about the woman annulling the wedding, getting out of the wedding, getting out of the marriage? All right, 800-99. There were videos of the groom taking the cake and smearing it all in the hair. My God, there's some crazy crap out there.
Yeah.
Look, here's the guy that gets punched.
Hey, Froggy, can you grab your microphone and drag it over there, please?
Here's the guy who gets punched by the groom because he ruined the cake.
Right.
Right here.
Boom! Oh, laid the guy out. So, someone else smeared cake on the bride.
Yeah, he came up and thought it was funny to smear cake.
Just hold on. This one guy at the wedding, I'm looking at the video. The guy digs his hand into the cake, grabs like a double handful of cake and throws it on the bride.
That might be the best man.
Oh, my God. All right, let's go to phones. Oh, every line is jammed.
That was a good punch.
All right, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Every line is ringing. Greg is in Tampa up first on this. Hi, Greg. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, good morning. Opinion on the guy that...
Hold on. Your phone dropped out. Go ahead. Say it again.
I'm sorry, I'm switching off of Bluetooth. Sorry. So here's my opinion. If the lady is that psycho and that she has to go ahead and call an annulment just because of a playful little cake smash, then good for him. He's out and away from a crazy woman.
But wait a minute. What if it's kind of a violent cake smash that it's like a little too rough?
It's been a tradition for how long?
But wait a minute. But I've seen the cake push, like a little bit of a push, not like a total smash in the face. I guess that's what I'm saying. Greg, hey, thanks for the call,
Thanks,
buddy.
Greg.
All right, let me grab Kim in Palm Harbor. Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ.
Morning, Kim.
I went to a wedding in New Jersey in April, my niece, and they didn't even make an announcement that they were cutting the cake. I happened to notice that I was going to the restroom, that they were off in the corner, and the photographer was just taking pictures of them cutting the cake. So
Right.
There was no announcement at all. No smashing in the face, which should never happen.
All right. Now, when was the last time you were at a wedding where you saw the cake get pushed into the face?
Never. And I'm
Hold
58
on.
years old.
How old are you?
58.
Oh, you're 50. Kim, you have never seen the cake pushed into someone's face at a wedding.
No, thank goodness.
All right. Thanks,
I think
Kim.
that's food.
Have a great
All
one.
right.
All right, that opens up a line. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Have you seen like the delicate push of the cake into the face, or have you seen some real violent cake smashers? Tyler is in Lakeland. Tyler, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Good morning.
Morning, Tyler. Go.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You called us.
So yeah. Sorry. It was. Anyways, yeah. So I think she couldn't dodge the cake, but she definitely
Sounds like the dialogue from Succession on HBO. All right, Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, sounds like. So she couldn't dodge. She couldn't dodge the cake, but she definitely dodged a bullet. I've seen. It's happened many times at weddings that I've been to, even my parents. A light little push, but if it's
Wait a minute, you remember your parents' wedding even before you were conceived?
they have pictures and stuff.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I have pictures of my mom smiling with a cake in her face.
Now, was it a delicate push with some icing on the tip of the nose, or was it like a total
Right, yeah.
face-covered smash?
It was face covered, but it wasn't a smash. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. But if your husband, smacks you with it, that's a red flag, and I think she definitely dodged a bullet.
Gotcha, thanks. Oh, this is a good one. DJ Waldo from Parrish is a wedding DJ.
Oh,
DJ Waldo. That guy's good.
And listen, hold on. I got a wedding DJ. Maybe I can get a wedding singer.
Spinning hits and popping zits.
You better shut your mouth. I'm going to strangle you with my microphone cord.
I made that up.
I did. DJ Waldo, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, MJ. How are you this morning?
We are well. All right, so if you're a wedding DJ, you've seen a little bit of everything, haven't you?
I have. It's kind of crazy. Most people, they tend to just be gentle. Like, that's kind of what I watched. But I've seen the grooms that they will just shove that cake right in their face. And it's like, wow. I mean, just amazing to watch. And, it's kind of, you wonder later, what kind of trouble they're going to get in, when everything's said and done.
Do they still do the bride cuts the cake, the groom, and the groom feeds the bride?
No.
Do they still do that?
Not really. Most brides and grooms, they'll pick like a special song that they want, and then I'll kind of like walk them into it and kind of build it up a little bit, and then
What's the spiel?
With it in front of a crowd.
Do a little bit of your spiel for cake time.
Let's say,
hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's get together.
Let's say Sally and Kevin are getting married. How would you intro their? How would you lead them into the cake?
More of usually I do the cake kind of like after like dinner.
No, do it.
Damn it! What do you say as a DJ?
So I kind of go, all right, I'll ask the bride and groom. Usually we're finishing up like toasts and stuff. And I'm like, hey, would you guys like to go cut your cake? And they generally give me a nod and we walk over there and I get the music playing for them. And then I'm like, oh, they got the knife. And here we go. We're going to cut the cake in 1, 2, 3.
You're good, man.
Oh. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. That was kind of DJ juiced up. 1, 2, 3.
DJ Waldo, man.
DJ Waldo, let me ask you, how many times have you played this at a wedding?
enough. That's usually kind of like a bridal intro, for their party.
Yeah, of course it is.
I play it a lot more at birthday parties than I do at weddings, believe it or not. Yeah.
Hey, DJ Waldo, do you have a wedding booked this weekend?
I do not, but I am going to be doing a wedding ceremony from a live sound reinforcement standpoint in about 2 weeks.
So what's booked this weekend? You got a bat mitzvah?
Yeah.
I got a pool party this weekend, believe it or not.
Really? All right, listen, have fun. DJ Waldo, thanks for listening, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See you later, DJ Waldo.
You bet. All right, Mike's in Wesley Chapel. Mike, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hello.
Good morning. By the way, I love your show.
Thank you, Mike.
So I made a slight suggestion that I was going to do the cake push. Not a slam, just a push. And my wife was like, absolutely not. You will not be doing this. This will be the end of your second marriage. So
just hours into the second marriage, and she's already threatening to cancel it. All right, so Mike, did you oblige?
No, she went ahead and she said we're going to agree to an annulment.
Well, hold on a minute. Seriously, you?
Yes.
Mike, hold on. So she said, "Don't push the cake in my face," and you did?
Yep. So we got a prenup. No, we got a prenup, and she said she threatened the annulment. But I mean, this is her second marriage, my second marriage. She's like, we're not starting it off like that.
Hold on. So she threatened it, but she did not annul the marriage. Are you still married?
No. Oh, we're very married. She came out being so beautiful. There's no way in hell I would ever have put a cake in her face.
And how many years have you been married now to her?
7 years.
All right, so it's a good chunk of time.
Beautiful daughter with her.
You got that 7-year itch yet?
No, she ages beautiful. She's like wine. She really does. I age like milk. But
good one.
Wow.
All right, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Great call.
What's
Appreciate
with
it.
you, MJ?
What?
Oh, 7 years. That's a good chunk of time. Like what we said to my uncle when he went to prison. A good chunk of time.
Wait a minute. What? Your uncle went to prison?
Yeah.
Which uncle?
Uncle Vito.
Was it
Uncle Vito,
Wait, so
of course.
What family was he part of?
He was part of my mother's family.
No, I'm talking about which family is he part of?
Genovese. No. We don't talk about that. But
Gambino?
Uncle Vito.
Colombo?
When he went to jail,
Lucchese? Come on, which family? Which family?
My mother said...
Why are you running over me? Which family was he part of?
Who do you think you're talking to, Joey B?
That's a good chunk of time. Anyway.
All right, let me grab... Tammy's in Lutz. Tammy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
We're well, Tammy. Go ahead.
Good. So you've been to weddings, this sweet little push, maybe it gets on the cheek, maybe on the tip of the nose. But when I see these people taking fistfuls and handfuls and just cramming it in somebody's face.
Plus, it ruins the wedding dress, doesn't it?
Yes, and the makeup, and it's up the nostrils, and I just think, man, you are complete trash.
And what if pictures were not taken yet, like at the wedding? Yeah,
well, they take pictures before that.
And the greasiness of the frosting. And my thing is, like, did she not see this behavior before they had this wedding? I mean, there's got to be some signs of some craziness there, You just don't one day whack somebody in the face with cake and you never saw anything before,
Listen, everybody's excited. They're probably drunk. There's a lot of attention. I mean, I can see how it could get out of hand, but I still think it's inappropriate.
Tammy, good call. Thanks. Samantha is in St. Pete. Hello, Samantha. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how are you?
We're well. Go, Sam.
I write for a freelance for a wedding blog, and these wedding cakes that people get are so beautiful, and there's so much time put into planning. It's just like complete, I think, disrespect for someone to do that to a bride. I would have killed my husband.
I concur. And how long you been married?
We're going just on 4 years.
Well, congratulations, Samantha. And
Thank you.
Was there a cake smash, any kind of even a playful little push at your wedding, or no?
No, we had donuts, and we didn't have a first bite or anything like that because we wanted to drink and dance.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Samantha,
I was too drunk to do all that at my wedding.
I know what you were at your
Samantha,
wedding.
did I go to your wedding, Froggy?
Oh, no, you didn't.
You didn't.
I didn't.
And you didn't give me a gift ever either.
Hey, Samantha, thanks for calling.
Still waiting.
All right. 2 more calls. I'll grab Mike in Clearwater, then Tim in Tampa, and then we'll move on here. I got something creepy to tell you. And we talked about it, and then I saw it. And also, I did something else, which I guess I'm okay, and I'll explain in just a minute. Mike in Clearwater. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, hi MJ. How are you?
Doing well, Mike. Go ahead.
Good. So, and my wife and I, we talked, and I'm like, I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to do anything. She's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do anything either, right? And so I'm sitting there. I know it's coming, so I feed the cake to her, and I'm very good. I don't smush her face or anything like that, but I know it's her turn, and I know it's coming. So I already have 2 fingers in the frosting in the cake because I'm standing next to the cake. She gives it to me. She gives me that a little more than gentle push and gets it all in my nose and my face and stuff like that. And then as soon as she does that, I whack her with the frosting that I already have in my hand. And she did not expect it. Yeah. So.
But was she okay with it, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're 27 years in November. So, yeah, we're good. And we also told the DJ, do not play Celebration.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Last call on this.
I'm DJ Waldo. I have to play it.
Tim in Tampa. Tim, final say on this. Go, Tim.
Hey, good morning. My wife did not want the cake in the face. So we decided that during the cake cutting, we had the photographer ready. The maid of honor and the best man were standing behind each of us, and we reached over our shoulders and smashed it into their face.
Whoa.
So gave the crowd what they wanted.
Whoa, little change up there. All right, but thanks, Tim.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show. And folks, spread the word. MJ3 a day. I ask very little of our MJ Morning Show audience. We love all you guys listening and women listening, everyone. So if you could, tell 3 people a day. Tell 3 people a day to listen to. Well, when you say you guys, I mean, of course, I mean men and women, but some people take things. Some people take things very literally.
We appreciate you listening, no matter how you identify.
All right, as we try to grow the show even more, or listen, I can mention anything, and the phones will blow. Andrew just had to turn dozens of calls away because I'm done. I'm moving on, but if you could just help us out and help us grow the audience even more. 3 a day. I just ask that you tell 3 people, hey, you listen to the MJ Morning Show, you get to work and say, hey, you know what I heard on the way into work, or whoever, friends, coworkers, relatives, tell them to check out the MJ Morning Show right here on Q105, but tell them it's 104.7 FM. Now, I saw it. We talked about it, and then I saw it, and I'm sorry, it's creepy, and Jeffy, no thanks.
Jeffy?
I just gave you a clue. What am I talking about? Froggy, Fester, hey, Legally Blind Mike, what am I talking about?
When you say the name Jeffy.
I saw it and I said, no thanks, Jeffy. Take your bald Dr. Evil head and take this device and cram it. All right, I'm giving you more clues. Come on.
Do you know who he's talking about, Legally Blind Mike?
No.
Thanks for nothing.
All right.
So what is Jeff Bezos doing?
Oh, good. So you got Jeffy,
I guess.
And you got the bald head.
Yes.
So you were able to put it together that I'm talking about Jeff Bezos.
You should have said human penis.
Just the...
All right, come on.
He
Froggy,
looks like a ween.
All right, Froggy, come on.
I mean, if you dressed your stuff up in a little tuxedo, it'd look...
Stop it.
It would look like him at a presidential inauguration.
Oh. I was at Whole Foods because... I like brown cow yogurt.
Right.
And again, I still don't know. Why can't Publix get brown cow? Hey, attention. Hello. Let me get my megaphone. Hang on.
Chocolate milk.
Hang on a minute.
No, it's a yogurt.
Attention, Publix yogurt buyer. Attention, Lakeland. Attention, Publix employees at corporate headquarters. Publix, why don't you carry brown cow yogurt? It is a phenomenal product, especially my favorite, the cherry vanilla.
All right, great.
Love your little treats.
So for brown cow yogurt, I've got to go to Whole Foods or Sprouts. Sprouts carries, and it depends where I am and what I'm getting. But I went to Whole Foods. I was near Midtown, and I grab... I bought all the ones they had. I bought like 22 of them. I like to sometimes get whole cases because they have 12 in a case. Yeah. It's nice and convenient. But I bought all 22 brown cow cherry vanilla yogurt.
What a pig you are.
He doesn't eat them all at one time.
You must look like the
dude.
How annoying.
Dude,
but the person right next to you wants one, and you take them all.
All right, so here's the deal. I go to check out at Whole Foods. I'm like, what is this? And the guy said, oh, that's the palm scanner. I'm like, oh, we talked about that.
Yeah.
So they've already installed the little Big Brother creepy palm scanners at Whole Foods. Yeah, you can check out by just scanning your palm. I don't want Jeff Bezos having my palm print.
What if my palm's dirty? Or,
We talked about this, how long ago? Maybe a month ago, 2 months ago? We talked about Whole Foods allowing you to check out via new technology where you register your palm print to check out. So they have you on file. Your palm print is tied to the payment method, and you just touch your palm to their device. Man, I'm sorry. That's just creepy. I don't want Whole Foods to have my fingerprints, my palm prints. No thanks.
Why don't they just do the fingerprints?
I don't know. That's the same damn thing.
How about a pupil scan?
MJ.
You mean you said a people scan?
A pupil scan.
Oh, it didn't sound like you said pupil.
No, you scanned the whole person. All you was right the first
penis
time.
scan?
Sir,
dude, you're like 5 years old learning a new
No,
word.
you pissed me off yesterday, so I'm going to be bad today.
Sir, you're a little short.
But MJ,
yeah, yes.
Other than the fact of them having your information on file, how gross is that? Like in the age of COVID, people put their hand down on that.
So
scan,
I
get all
do
bunged up.
the clerks wipe it down
Yeah,
after
they-
each palm scan?
I would never.
Who knows where that palm was?
I'm looking at
what
a
if there was
video.
some hair on those palms?
I'm looking at a video, and it's like, all right, first of all,
that's a fib.
that is a
trust me.
lie.
Go ahead.
That is a lie.
All right.
I would look like Harry.
I mean,
cousin It Palm.
Sasquatch morning show.
All right.
Yes. So it's a hover. You don't touch anything.
Yeah.
You just hover over the sensor, and it reads your palm.
All right, that's fine, but I don't want them having my palm print. I'm not giving them my biometric information. They're not getting it.
Have you ever walked through the gates of Disney and they have your fingerprint? You have to touch the little thing. The same thing.
I don't do that. I take a hammer out and I smash the device.
Yeah, you do.
They won't let you in.
I've been banned from Disney. I've not been to Disney in a long time because my kids are, they're a little older. Now, I would like to go maybe at some point again, but it's been a while. All right, so listen to this quickly. Oh, and don't forget, coming up between 9 and 9:20. I'm running a little late here, so you're getting even more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So I'm running a few minutes late. But coming up between 9 and 9:20, we'll give you the song title for the MJ Trip a Day. So that's coming up in just a bit. Keep listening. But there's one other thing that happened at Whole Foods. When I bought my 22 brown cow yogurts, I did something bad. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the break.
Oh, no.
I did something bad.
Would it get you kicked out of Whole
Well,
Foods?
hang on a minute. I'm going to reveal it right after. It kind of was an experiment as well, but I'm going to reveal what happened when we get back. So imagine I'm at Whole Foods. I buy the 22 containers of brown cow yogurt, which Publix, what's going on? I mean, do you guys just want some ridiculous slotting fee that the brown cow doesn't want to pay it, or what's going on? Come on.
Maybe they lost their display space.
And well, maybe, or I thought maybe Publix once had brown cow and then they did. I don't know, but brown cow yogurt is a phenomenal product.
Spot's not cheap.
No, it is. Sometimes I've got them on sale for like 99 cents a piece.
I'm saying though, space isn't cheap.
Oh, slotting space.
Yeah.
And sometimes the supermarkets, they want like 6 tractor trailer loads of free merchandise. And then they want all the slotting fees in order to. I mean, a lot of supermarket product slotting is sort of like mafia extortion. But that's
it's a tough game.
That's a whole different story. All right. So what happened to me? What happened to me with the yogurt at Whole Foods? There's a whole other element here which I'll explain next. Don't move. And another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show with a lot of crap coming up in minutes. Stand by. It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105 at 9:02, and welcome back. Final hour of the MJ Morning Show. It is 9:02, so in minutes before 9:20, I'll give you the MJ Trip a Day song title, and then it'll play later on today, guaranteed. When you hear it, be seventh caller, win the trip a day. And it's a fabulous staycation, a plantation on Crystal River. Froggy, you were just mumbling about something. I just heard you say, Fester, you're crazy.
No, I came in. I said Fester's such an idiot.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Fester is in the hall. Froggy was in the hall. Froggy walks in before Fester walks in, and Froggy says, "Man, Fester's such an idiot." That's right.
Ron DeCastro, the boss of the building.
Yeah, Ron DeCastro, our new market manager. Yep.
He's walking by and he goes, "Hey, Froggy." I go, "Hey," and he goes, "Is Roxanne in today?" And I go, "No, I think she's on vacation, right?" And when I said that, Fester walked out.
Right.
And I go, she's on vacation, right, Fester? To Ron, And Fester goes, "No, she's in rehab." And Ron goes, "I don't think you're supposed to say stuff like that."
Yeah, I tell him.
And I go, "Okay." And I mean,
Froggy's like the worst wingman ever. He just turns around and bolts the other direction.
You can't. I don't know. It's a joke, but these days.
Yeah,
so you really can't say stuff like
the
that.
guy looks me dead eye. Where's Roxanne? I say Roxanne's in rehab. I don't skip a beat.
Right.
And he's like, I don't think you're supposed to say that. I was like, I don't work in HR, dude. And he's like, hey, you're right, you don't.
Oh my!
You just gotta wrangle this guy. Gotta wrangle him in.
MJ Morning Show on Q105.
It was funny.
The GM really said, "I don't think you're supposed to say that."
I don't think he was expecting rehab.
Well, hold on a minute.
He didn't even know Roxanne wasn't here.
But maybe he really thinks that she's in rehab.
I sold it.
It's like long day weekend rehab.
And then he's like, he turns around. He's like, "So is it like a 28-day rehab?" I was like, "Nope, she'll be back Monday. It's a quick one."
4 day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Roxanne's not in rehab.
She's in the Bahamas, the opposite of rehab.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to post some thirst trap pictures
She just
on
did.
her.
Look,
she already has.
Now.
She already has a thirst trap photo.
Her in a bathing suit with her kids.
All right. 9:04 MJ Morning Show. So the follow-up on my yogurt issue, and thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you staying with us. So I went to Whole Foods, and I picked up 22. That's all I literally cleaned out the bin. I took all of the Brown Cow cherry vanilla yogurts from the Whole Foods at Midtown. And that's when I saw the new palm scanner, which, no thanks. Not letting Jeff Bezos have my palm print.
All right.
So, guess what I did? I left all 22 yogurts in the back seat of the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it smell?
No.
Was it sealed?
Well, it was dark out, so it was after 9 o'clock.
So it was cooler.
Yeah, so it was cooler, and then in the morning, I'm leaving early, and I'm like, oh no. And it just dawned on me, I don't know why, but something triggered. I'm walking past the kitchen, and it's like, oh crap, I didn't take the yogurts out of the car. I left them in the back seat. Son of a...
Oh, they're fine.
Well, here's the deal.
Gross, dude. Don't eat those.
So they were in the car for, let's see, so let's say like 9:45 until 5:30 in the morning. So what is that?
About 8 hours?
Let's see. Let's just go with 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, about 8 hours.
Yeah, it's like 9 to 5.
All right.
It's a song, except for verse.
What a way to make a living.
So the yogurts were in the car for about 8 hours. And, it's been kind of hot overnight. I mean, our temperatures are still in the 80s overnight. But, the yogurts at like $1.29 a piece, 22. I mean, that's a good chunk of change. Let me do the math there. And 22 times, I think $1.29, if I'm not mistaken. So that's like $28 in yogurt. So I left it in the damn car.
It's fine.
I'm not going to throw those away.
No, it's
ew.
Put it
Don't
in the
eat
fridge.
those.
So I rushed back in. I took the yogurts out of the back seat from the Whole Foods bag. I put them in the fridge. And then I got home, later in the day. And I'm like, let me see what's going on. So I whip off the little foil top. And it looked great. And the great thing about Brown Cow yogurt, it has this like 1/8 of an inch of like cream on the top. It's got like a cream layer, and then the yogurt underneath, then the fruits on the bottom.
That's all funkified.
Well, I opened one up, and it looked fine.
Yeah.
So then I dipped my spoon in. and it tasted fine. And I've had like 5 or 6 of them already, and well, everything.
Is that why you're going to the bathroom so much today?
No, I'm not. Stop it.
You're not suffering any gastrointestinal issues?
I guess you can leave unopened yogurt in a car overnight for 8 hours.
That's gross.
If you forgot about it, put it in the fridge, and they're fine. They're 100% fine. Yes, Legally Blind Mike.
You did eat moldy tortellini.
Oh, I did.
And you did eat, what was the other thing? Or was that it? I can't.
No, moldy tortellini.
Okay.
Butoni reached out to me because I posted. Oh, by the way, I got a lot of stuff on my Instagram. So the palm scanner at Whole Foods, I took a picture of that creepy device, and that's on my Instagram if you want to go check it out. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. The moldy tortellini in between Fester's waffle picture and Julian and Michelle eating pizza at Sadie's, which I mentioned them the other day.
That looked good.
Yeah, it is. It's a good New York slice.
No, same Michelle.
Yeah, so new pizza shop. And again, I'm going to do a whole story on MJ's approved pizza locations in the Tampa Bay area, like Sardo's, in Largo, on Ulmerton, great New York slice. Now Sadie's in South Tampa, on Dale Mabry, just south of Kennedy in the Batteries Plus shopping center. I think they're Batteries and more now. But Sadie's has a great New York slice. They're only like 8 weeks old. They've only been there just for like 2 months, brand new. So there's a picture of Michelle and Julian eating the slice because I took them there earlier in the week. So right in between that is the picture of the moldy tortellini from Butoni. And I posted this, and the story on that was, and I'll read the caption. Oh, no, Julian bought these about 10 days ago. They were in the fridge. He started boiling water, noticed the Butoni tortellini package, that they were moldy. He put them on the counter to show me. I didn't know about it, saw it. The kitchen lights were off, so I popped a few in my mouth, and I kind of like eating those things raw. Because, the Butoni tortellini and the ravioli, it's a good product. It's a really decent product. Yeah. I just didn't know that this bin was all moldy, and here I'm eating like furry, moldy tortellini. And
did you taste the fur?
I did not. So I think the really bad moldy pieces were in the back. I think I had some slightly moldy pieces up front. So if I would have had like one of the ones in the back in the picture, oh my God.
Definitely would have tasted it.
Oh, absolutely. So I posted this, and then Butoni, they contacted me via direct message yesterday, and they're like, oh, my God. Let me tell you what they said. They sent me a note, and let me see if I can find it. They were like, oh, my God, this is horrible, and they want to make the experience right. So they asked for my address.
They're going to send you a case of Butoni?
Yeah, so I gave them my P.O. box, and they said, oh, no, we can't send the frozen package to a P.O. box, so I got to send it to a real address. So I think they're going to send me a cooler with dry ice filled with like Butoni pasta products.
That's cool.
No, that's like really good customer service.
Good. I'm just going to let my Butoni pasta rot and then going to eat it and post a picture of it and get a bunch of free pasta. Instagram.
But I thought that was very nice of them. Let me find the actual communication.
Oh, you added them or whatever?
Did you tag them in your photo? Or?
Then they followed. Yes. Oh, no, I said at Butoni.
Okay.
And then they since have followed me, and here's the message. So they wrote to me after seeing the moldy tortellini, and let me tell you right now, Julian has purchased this Butoni product, whether it's the tortellini or whether it's the ravioli, and these are all pre-made. They're in the refrigerated section at the grocery store. Julian, and we've purchased these many times over the years, and we've never had this problem, and it's a good product. Butoni makes, I think, for a store-bought, pre-prepared tortellini or ravioli, it's good.
Yeah.
It is. So I give the product thumbs up. We just got a furry, hairy, moldy batch. I don't know what happened. How long has
it been sitting in your fridge? It's a fresh product.
It was in our fridge for like 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
But, for instance, they just bought new ones yesterday, and the use-by date is like October or something. So I don't know what the hell happened. So they wrote me back, hi, MJ, we want to apologize for this horrifying experience. We are so sorry this happened to you. We want to make it right so you and Julian can enjoy some of our delicious pasta the way it was meant to be. What's your best mailing address? So then they get back to me. I gave them my P.O. boxes. I thought they would just send some coupons, but
you
no.
You should just say, it's not a big deal. I love your product. Write them back and say that.
Then then they said, thanks. It'll be a frozen shipment with dry ice sent overnight, and I'll send you an update with tracking. So then they said we can't ship UPS FedEx to a PO box. Is there another address? So then I said, all right, stand by. So I'll give them a regular, street address to send the package. But I thought that was very good customer service. So back over to the yogurt. No issue. I've had like 5 of those yogurts and no issue at all. And you know what I was thinking about doing? I was thinking, that old rhyme, found the peanut?
Vaguely?
Remember that old, hold on a sec. I brought up the lyrics here.
And it's peanut.
Yeah, and it's to the tune of the Clementine.
Yeah.
Oh my darling Clementine. Found the peanut. You never heard this?
No, I'm not 100.
Dude, come on. Hold on. Is this, we can play the actual audio?
I don't know. It says found a peanut and has like a little arrow there.
All right, well, hang on a minute. Let me hear it. See if I can play. It takes you to Amazon Music. Oh,
I didn't know.
son of a.
I didn't know. I saw the
Oh, my
Amazon
God.
Music.
I just got. Yeah, let me shut that off. There.
right.
So it's found the peanut last night. Just now I found the peanut just now. Or cracked it open just now, cracked it open. It was rotten just now, it was rotten just now.
I hate that version.
Ate it anyway.
Diarrhea.
Got a stomach ache. Called the doctor. Penicillin.
Oh my God, are you
This
serious?
is a horrible nursery
then,
rhyme.
then I remember there was one where the person died. It's like the kid died. Oh, here it is.
Keep
Here
going.
it is. Operation. Just now had an operation. All from eating the bad peanut. And then it's like, died anyway, just now. I mean, how horrific. Went to heaven. I mean, how horrific is this damn thing? Damn. So I remember hearing this when I was a kid, like 3 or 4 years old. That scared the crap out of me. I thought I was going to die from eating peanuts. A bad peanut. Anyway, when I ate the yogurt, for whatever reason, this popped into my head. Left the yogurt in the car. The yogurt was in the back seat overnight. Ate it anyway. So I was just thinking about that whole
Life
deal.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Turns out the nursery rhyme ends as a dream, by the way.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
All right, so he didn't die.
I mean, unless you want to sing the whole thing.
No,
because
that's
I think
okay.
MJ singing nursery rhymes is a new segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to give you the Trip a Day song. It is the MJ Trip a Day song. You want to listen for this song to be played today before 6 o'clock, guaranteed. It is Leonard Skinner and Sweet Home Alabama. Listen for that to play, guaranteed before 6 o'clock. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win a trip-a-day staycation. This is going to be to the Plantation on Crystal River. So caller 7 later today when you hear Leonard Skinner and Sweet Home Alabama. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Fessy, you sent me the story about Ego, like Lego My Ego. They're doing brunch in a jar, some kind of a liqueur.
Yeah.
To booze up your breakfast.
I don't know if it was for breakfast or for after hours, but it's supposed to be like a waffle tasting liqueur.
Ew.
Ego brunch in a jar, sipping cream. So,
is it like Irish cream only?
So Kellogg, which owns the Eggo brand, they've got together with Sugarland's Distilling Company, and they've created Eggo Brunch in a Jar waffles and syrup sipping cream with a 20% alcohol by volume beverage So can they sell this in the regular supermarket, or does this have to be purchased at a liquor store?
Well, it's a liquor store. It's 20% alcohol.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 20% alcohol.
You're not going to find this in your grocer's freezer next to the Eggos.
I love it's a Christmas tradition in my family to have a little Baileys on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that Baileys?
Yes.
That stuff is great.
I've had Bailey's Irish Cream. What is the alcohol content of that?
I don't know, but a glass of that and you're feeling Christmassy.
Nah, it's not. Listen, I tell
It's
you,
strong. It came off strong to me.
Why don't you come over to my house and have a couple of pours of Stag Junior? Or,
Man, I'll drink you under the table. Are you serious?
Or Elijah Craig Barrel Strength, and see what.
My liver looks like a baseball mitt.
Oh, Bailey's Irish Cream is 17% alcohol.
Oh my God, really?
So this is 20%. So they're saying adults only treat, combines the taste of Eggo waffles and maple syrup, along with the Sugarland's Appalachian Sippin' Cream. All they need to do is add some Mountain Dew to this
Seriously.
sucker.
Okay, so I want to try it.
Right?
When is it going to be in the liquor store? I'll go to Lucan's?
It comes, I don't know if a liquor store is going to carry it, but it's going to come in a packaged mason. It's going to come packaged in a mason jar. Well, like some homemade moonshine or something?
Here's a picture of the mason jar.
Oh, yeah,
Brunch in a
look
jar.
at that. Yep. Among the recipes recommended for the creation are Eggo Espresso Martini, Eggo Mocha Macchiato, Alcoholic Bananas Foster.
Sounds like Lego my hangover.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't say where it's going to be sold, but if it's 20% alcohol, I don't think you can just walk into, supermarket and
walk next door to the place.
Lego my liver.
Lego my ego. So, and speaking of food, do you know there's a whole movement that people are saying that pickles aren't real?
Like birds?
No, seriously, yeah, like the whole birds aren't real deal.
How are pickles not real?
Well, here's the deal. This is weird.
Talk to the Clausens of Pelican.
Well, because apparently when you look at the jars of big brands, nowhere on the label does it say pickle. Is this true?
That's a good point.
Well, people are talking about major brands of pickles like Clausen and Vlasic do not have the word pickle anywhere on the jar. Like here's a jar of Clausen, and it says kosher dill.
What?
And this one happens to be the sandwich slices. But people are saying that, no, they're not real pickles because it doesn't say pickle. So two major brands, Vlasic and Clausen, nowhere on the label does it say pickle. What is that
write
about?
Down pickles on a piece of paper for some reason.
I hear. Listen.
And he went and looked at the jar to see how to spell it, and he couldn't find the word on the jar anywhere. So I went and looked, and sure enough, it does not say pickle anywhere on this jar. Kosher dill, Clausen, sandwich slices.
Clausen.
There's a picture, of course, but it doesn't actually say the word pickle anywhere on here. I looked at all the fine print as well. Here's the lid.
Look at this.
So then I decided to check the other brand of pickles I have in my fridge. This huge jar of Mount Olive pickles that I just recently bought.
Yeah.
And guess what? It also doesn't say pickle on it anywhere.
What is going on?
Hamburger dill chips. Here's the lid of this one. So
why is this? Why Vlasic, Mount Olive, Clausen, why do none of these jars of pickles actually have the word pickle?
So what's a real pickle?
So, I mean,
which one of the brands?
No, they're all pickles. They are pickles.
No, but is
they
there
don't,
a brand that has pickle
I
on
don't
it?
know. Why don't you go to the supermarket and give me a full report for Monday?
Does there have to be like some kind of curing process to make it a pickle where the other one's just a cucumber and vinegar?
So like legally they can't call it a pickle?
By definition, it has to
Maybe
be made
legally
this
they can't
way.
put pickle on the jar. There has to be
According
a reason.
to, well, here, partially, according to Vlasic and Clausen, they don't use the word pickle on the label, so they have more room to highlight the form and flavor.
Because you know what it is. You don't need to say it.
I've never looked at a jar of pickles and go, oh, what's this?
Here's a jar of green weenies.
It's Kermit Weenies. A jar of Kermit. Hello, Kermit the Frog. Look at my green weenie in a jar.
Honey, they sliced all the weenies up.
All right, so here's a statement from Vlasic. Carolyn Goldberger, who is the Vlasic brand manager, says, when pickle lovers see the clear Vlasic jar, they know they're getting a great tasting pickle every time. Because of the wide variety of our pickle forms, we use the limited label space to clearly communicate the form and flavor inside each jar. That way consumers can easily find their favorite Vlasic, no matter what the style is, but it's definitely a pickle. So that's a statement. Then Clausen says, we're known for our signature refrigerated pickles that pack our superior cold crunch. While we meet all regulations required of pickles, we prefer to showcase our varying styles and varieties on the pack. That's a Kraft Heinz spokesman, so I guess Kraft Heinz bought Clausen years ago. Didn't we work with a woman that did traffic at Clear Channel, and the rumor was that she was from
part of the Clausen empire.
She was part of the Clausen pickle family empire.
And we have an intern that was from an ice cream empire. I can't remember what ice cream, though. Was it Mayfield?
I can't remember.
I don't remember that.
But
Remember Amazonian?
Angie the Amazon?
Yeah, didn't she? Her family would bring an ice cream.
I
I
can't
think she
remember.
had a job for the ice cream company.
No,
they owned it.
Are you sure?
I don't care.
Anyway, whatever happened to Angie the Amazon? She was like 6'2" or something.
She was hot.
She was tall. She was taller than Fester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's fatter. I mean,
Will you stop
What are
it?
you saying?
I heard.
What are you saying? What is wrong with you?
I heard she put on 400 pounds.
No, you didn't hear that. Will you stop it?
I have no idea. I'm joking. I'm just kidding. No, I
So
don't know.
notice,
Angie, we're sorry.
Notice that there's no pickle, I guess, on major pickle jar brands.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that for a fact? Here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, 9:23. Let me take a quick break here, and we'll load up for the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. I got a lot of stuff we got to get to. And you know how do you know about the woman sniffer at Barnes & Noble?
Woman sniffer?
I have not been to a Barnes & Noble in a long time. Don't look at me.
I was at the brand new one up at West Shore.
Yeah.
And Kennedy. Yeah, they moved. Hold on. If you don't know about the Barnes & Noble woman sniffer, I'll give you a full update on that and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. On a 22-year-old Airbus 319. So she was supposed to be home at like a little after 6 or at 6 or whatever. And Chloe didn't get home until like 9:45, 9. It was late.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her plane was broken. They said they were waiting on a part. I'm like, what part?
Oh, the wing.
The wing. That's what Michelle said. I said, what part? Michelle said, the wing. So, yeah, Chloe got back last night from her summer course up in Manhattan. So we've got the whole family together for a week. And then everyone starts dispersing like cockroaches next week. So, Fester, I'm going to need a ride to the airport next Friday. So I'm going to have to do this segment right here. So next Friday, I got to go right to the airport because I got to fly up to New York because we got to get the kids to school. NYU because he starts NYU Tisch Film School as a freshman in just over a week from now. So we've got a whole week of the whole family together, and then it's total dispersal again.
So you're not doing anything fun this weekend?
Well,
no plans at all?
I think Michelle said something about going to dinner. Hang on, let me see if Chloe's even awake.
Don't tell him. Just make sure you follow his Instagram and find all the craziness.
What are you saying?
Of your weekend. Sure, you're going to do something.
Yeah,
sure, you're going to annoy somebody.
Yeah, of course we're going to do something. I just don't know what that is.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Chloe's been sleeping a lot. Oh, and guess what? Hey, Chloe?
Yeah.
Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9:33.
Yeah, wake up already.
Oh, listen to this. So last hurrah, Chloe went out with her college friends from her summer course.
Oh, God.
Yesterday morning, guess what time she got in?
What, 3:45?
Close. 4:30.
Nothing good happens at that time.
Exactly. 4:30 in the morning, Chloe got in.
So when you're like about to leave for work?
Yeah, not 48 hours after your friend almost gets chopped up in the wrong Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
You're out till the wee hours?
Yeah, Chloe told the story. This is a crazy. Hey, Chloe, tell that story again.
Tell it again, Chloe.
Chloe, tell that story in.
Serious?
Chloe, what did you say?
Are you serious?
Yeah, tell
the whole thing from the beginning.
But quickly, you have to compress it. Tell the Uber story. What happened to your friend in 1 minute? Go.
Jesus. Okay.
The Saturday night, we went out with my friends. We ended up on the Upper West Side. Basically, one of my roommates wanted to go home because she didn't feel well. I help her order an Uber on her phone. She gets into the Uber. I verify that it's the right car, license plate, kind of car, color of the car, everything. She gets into the car, and about 20 minutes later, I go to check on, find my friends to make sure that she's home. She's not home. Where we were living on Union Square, so 14th Street. Her icon on Find My Friends on the iPhone, her icon was on Houston, which was like a little south of Washington Square Park, which is like she's headed in the opposite direction of where she needs to go.
Yep.
So I call her immediately, and I'm like, "Hey, where the heck are you? You're supposed to be going home, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to go home." And I said, "Tell that to the driver." And I hear her tell the driver, "I'm on speakerphone," she says, and then I can't really hear what the driver's saying, but I'm like, "Hey, you know what, go ahead and ask the driver if he's an Uber employee." And I hear her ask, and he goes, "No." And he goes, "I saw you on the side of the road, and it looked like you just needed help."
So here's what happened. Chloe, explain what happened, that she did get into an Uber originally. Go ahead.
It was longer than a minute.
So immediately I hear him go, I hear him say no, and I go, "Get out of that car. Get out of the car." She is trying to get out, and I hear the driver say, No, it's okay, I'll take you, it's okay. And I'm just saying, "Get out of the car." I repeat it like 10 times. So finally she gets out, and then she starts walking, and she says that he's following her while he's in the car, and I'm like, "Just try to lose him, try to hide, and then stay put, stay where you are." So then I order her, I see exactly where she is, because I see her icon, and I order an Uber, and she gets home. The next morning, we wake up, and we're like, "What the heck?" I'm just like,
So what happened? She originally got into an Uber that you confirmed it was the Uber that she got into, but then she ends up in a non-Uber. Quickly, 30 seconds. Hurry up. I got to go.
Faster, Chloe. God.
So then I figure out that she asked the original Uber. She got into the right Uber that night. She had asked if the Uber driver could pull over so that she could throw up for a second. And I guess that Uber drove away. And
the Uber driver said, "I don't want some college vomit kid in my car." The Uber driver left her at like 3 o'clock in the morning on the side of the road in Manhattan, and some other guy swooped in and saw a young woman and picked her up, and he was in some private vehicle, which is nuts. All right, so hey, Chloe.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do for dinner, either tonight or tomorrow night or both nights? Because I was just telling the story how we're all together for like a week, and then you guys start going back to school again. So it's Julian and you and Mom and me. So you guys, do you have a dinner plan? Is this something you'd like to do? I mean, it's kind of late for me to make arrangements, but I've got connections in a couple of places.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, right. Real bougie. Yeah.
Well,
were you American Psycho?
Oh, give me some options. Where would you guys like to go? I think we'll do a nice family dinner maybe on Saturday night.
Outback.
Okay. Yeah, I like Outback.
There you go.
See that?
Boom, book it. I'll try to see if I can get a reservation.
Yeah, go to the OG Outback on Henderson.
Yeah. No, is there anywhere where you'd like to go?
I'm easygoing. You and Mom have been to a few new restaurants. I know I'd like to try. So I'll be appreciative of anything.
All right. So, what are some of the restaurants that you've heard that we've gone to that you'd like to try?
I'm not going to name drop.
Name drop. I'd like to know, what would you like to try?
Like lilac.
It's lilac. All right.
It was fantastic. I don't know if I can get a reservation for 4.
Exactly.
The day before. Yeah. All right. What other ones?
There are some other ones that we haven't been to. Like, I haven't been to Roca yet.
You have not been to Roca? Okay, what else? No. Notice she's named 2 one-star Michelin restaurants. She's named 2 of the 3 brand-new Michelin-starred restaurants in town.
Yeah. What are the other...
Chloe, I heard if you wear a short skirt, you get to the front of the line at Meat Market.
Oh, my God.
Oh, really?
Might I recommend the Village Inn Club sandwich is fantastic.
Very, very good.
Chloe, this is Legally Blind Mike. How about Sonny's barbecue?
Hey, hold, you gotta ask permission to talk to my daughter.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You gotta...
Come on, MJ. What a
All right, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sonny's Barbecue. It's the best deal in barbecue in town.
Thank you, Mike.
Is LBM really in the studio?
Yes,
I'm right here.
Legally Blind Mike's been in all morning long.
The one and only.
Oh my God! Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
Legally Blind Mike wants to take you to lunch today, Chloe.
Yeah, we'll go to Sonny's
I would
Barbecue.
love
All you
that.
can eat.
All you can eat.
What are you doing, Froggy? Stop. All right, Chloe.
Chloe's so nice.
What else? You mentioned another restaurant the other night.
Oh, I don't know. My head is still fuzzy.
Oh, you said like Pont Modern American. You want to try that?
Oh yes, I haven't been to Yes, I haven't. I've only been to Antoine and Olivia.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, okay. Is there like a McDonald's anywhere in this mix?
All right, Chloe, I got to run, okay?
Happy
All
birthday,
right,
Chloe.
bye.
Oh, that's right. Chloe, folks, Chloe's birthday is, hello? She hung up on me.
So her birthday is what, on Sunday?
right?
Yeah, Chloe's birthday is Sunday. This is unbelievable. Chloe's going to be 22.
It's frightening.
22 years old, man. That's ponderous, man. All right, speaking of ponderous, Mike had a request. You want me to play something, right?
Yes, and I don't know what it's called, but it's Chinese or whatever he's speaking in that song.
All right, first
but it's
of all,
funny. I like it.
I don't know that he's speaking Chinese.
It's not. It's just gibberish. But Mike, hold on a sec. Go ahead and imitate this. What you want to hear?
I don't know. Something about Chung Baka Laka Bula Pung Pong or something.
You think that's Chinese? Mike, you are Korean.
Mike is
and you think that's Chinese?
Mike is Korean.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear.
What is that, MJ? Where did you get that?
It's from a song called Ponderous by Too New.
Okay.
From like 19, I don't know.
So the song's called Ponderous? That's hilarious.
Oh, the song is actually called Ponderous. The song's called This Is Ponderous.
Boy, Mike offending half a continent is ponderous. It's not Chinese, Mike.
Aren't you Chinese?
No,
Korean.
No, he's Korean.
Oh, then you can say it.
Yeah, he's Korean. This
No,
is
you can't.
Yeah, I'm not playing the song, but this is ponderous, man. I tell you, I got to talk. I come out of those up-tempo records. We're talking about some damn dogs dying.
He had a meltdown, Casey.
Yeah, well, that's
nice.
where I think they got the title from. This is ponderous, because in that clip of Leak Casey Kasem sound bites, he talks about it being ponderous. All right, now, before we get out of here, I got to talk about the woman sniffer at Barnes & Noble. Holy crap. California guy caught on video. It's been posted to social media. All right, I'm sorry, folks, but...
Oh, man.
All right.
What is he smelling?
Hold on, folks. Let me...
God.
Here's the deal. This guy is going up to women at Barnes & Noble out in California, sniffing women's butts. Come on,
Sniffing booties?
That's tough to pull off, man.
That's not funny. That's not funny at all. And then I guess he walked up to a Korean woman, and Mike, you're Korean, and said,
"I love the Korean meat."
Oh, no, he didn't say that.
And then he said, "Boom chicka
Yeah,
waka,
boom chaka laka waka." Yeah, exactly. Now that's awful. So this dude is going up to women. There's video, and he pretends that he's like on his knees or he's crouched down looking at books on a lower shelf. And then as women go by, he's sniffing them. How sick is that?
I mean,
what? Like, would you even give it a huff of anything?
Listen, he was arrested at a Barnes & Noble in California. They already let him out. He's already back out on the street. The dude has a long criminal record. The clip has been making the rounds on social media.
Oh, so he uses the book
the
shelving
shelf.
so he could bend down.
Yeah, law enforcement says it's 36-year-old Khalees Karen Crowder.
Oh,
man, those Crowders are creeps, aren't they?
His middle name is Karen?
Or her brother Steven is a creep.
Karen, Carron, Karen.
Oh, Karen.
And it's a guy. But sniffing women at a Barnes & Noble out in California, that is... That's some pretty nasty stuff there. That's what a hell of a way to go through life. We got to roll. We got to get out of here, man. It's been a very hellaciously good week here. Is it raining?
Yeah, it's drizzling right now.
Oh, man.
It's not drizzling.
My windows are down.
What you call that it's a downpour here in St. Pete. Drizzle.
Roxanne's not here to put up the window covering so we can actually see the weather outside.
Legally blind. So if you can see it, it's not a drizzle, it's a downpour.
It is a drizzle.
LBM, what do you see?
Yeah, legally blind Fester over here.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's
even LBM can see it.
All right, folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com or on Instagram. Give me a follow. See what we're going to do this weekend. Follow me right now, Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. That's Certified MJ Radio. And let's be careful out there.